Hello. Hopefully everything's working. Hope it is anyway. We're not playing shit, so I don't know why these are on. I don't know what to start the night off with. Hey Bubby, hi Vinny, Turtle, Johan, how's it going lads? We play some Jets to start things off. Hey Outlawed, how's it going? A nice premium to play. Anybody have a specific vehicle they'd like to see? Really a great premium jet to play anymore. Hey Slunty, you can jump in if you want. Yeah, the winter requirement looks quite steep. 40k. SU 25k. Yeah, America 5.0 Naval works very well for grinding. RB with a Wyvern. That's not a Wyvern, it's a Sea Fury. I don't know why I've got that in my lineup, a Sea Fury. It's not very good for Naval. More excited for the update. Yeah, so the update's either going to come on Monday or Tuesday morning. The winter event doesn't look that good, to be honest, this year. I'm probably going to grind for the USS Newport News. The 6-second reload. It looks really nice. I don't really know what we want to play. We play some SU-25 or something around that battle rating. Start the day off nice and easy. Will the 10.3 BR jets still be playable? They should be, in my opinion. Got this cool camouflage. I think it's no, it's Czech Republic, I believe, maybe. Or Czechoslovakia. I don't know. The F4J UK. In real life, it was one of the best jets Britain... Well, it was probably the best Phantom that Britain had. Because it wasn't using the... Like the British Rolls-Royce engines, they were good at low altitude, but suffered at higher altitudes. But I don't think the radar's dodgy, is it? I think it uses the same radar as the F4J. So it should have the same radar. Jonty, thank you very much for becoming level 3. Really appreciate it. Jesus Christ, Lunty. Gifted 5 memberships. I didn't even know you could do that on YouTube. S1 SU44. Hey mate, how's it going? Again, big thank you to Slunty. Long time mod on Discord. And on Twitter and on YouTube. As always, supporting the channel. Right. The Duke of Wellington also got a gift sub. Arthur Wellesby. When will you do the calling snail at 3 AM got guidance challenge? I'm not sure. I would try to get the F14 unlocked if you can. It's going up to rank 8 in the next update. Although I have heard a rumour that they're going to... No, I'm not sure. There was a rumour that they're going to keep the aircrafts where they are for a couple of weeks to let people like grind up to it, but I don't think that's going to happen. Thank you very much, Outlawed. I do appreciate every nice comment, especially yours. I would try to unlock the F-14 if you can. Don't spend Golden Eagles or anything like that. Don't burn yourself out. If you do really want the F-14, it's going to be a lot easier to get it now than it is in... Well, the update is coming out basically on Tuesday. Because the winter event, obviously, you can't have the winter event unless the update comes out, because all the vehicles from that event are in the update. So we know it's coming out at the latest on Tuesday morning. You've got till Tuesday to grind it. Right, I'm still not in a... I'm not warmed up yet for War Thunder. So, probably going to expect some really stupid plays here. I'm just going to pretend that guy doesn't exist. I'm not sure what I've got my missile send locked to. Oh, that's a bit low. The Aushlunty again, thank you very much. Oh. Can't quite get the nose up. Yeah, thank you again, Shunty. Oh, that's not good. That is not epic, as the kids say these days. It doesn't seem to be catching us. Yeah, I'm not this isn't looking good. He's not really going fast enough for us to get a infrared lock. I mean, this should be a free kill, pretty much. Yeah, that was quite nasty. I do apologise to Skylord GX. That was a pretty dirty kill. We're going to get killed here, though, pretty soon. Guess we should do this and get rid of all our rockets. Try and make it a bit easier for our teammate here. Going into a turn. We can't keep an eye on the chat and dogfight. I do apologise. F-104, we're going to have some fun trying to kill that guy. I'm getting things in my ear. People are donating or something. Oh, it's Slunty again. We're ripping our wings in a 20-degree climb. Right. They said they're going to have 30 days. Or did they say you'll have 30 days? I'll try and grind it at least before then. SU-25K to grind the MiG-29. I'd wait for a couple of days to see what the MiG-23 is like. The SU-25 is a lot, in my opinion, it's a lot better for just chilling. It's obviously not as intense playing this jet. That guy wasn't even paying attention to me. I'm coming in way too fast for this. Nope. That gun pod is way weird. Well, we're all dead, boys. Ooh. It's not particularly that fun to play. Top tier jets, in my opinion. You're only streaming on YouTube, do you? It's just easier to stream on YouTube. Twitch also limits your bitrate as well to like 7,000 something, so it looks like terrible. It's just easier instead of... Because with Twitch, I've got to set up OBS different, whereas YouTube, you can just stream it straight away. Alright, let's try and catch up a bit on... we'll go... Yeah, 7. What other 9.7s have we got? There aren't many 9.7 premiums. I know, I'll play the... Doesn't Russia get a 9.7 MiG? Play this thing. I know it's not very good. Oh, it wasn't the last time I played. There we go. Well, I'll play this. Shunty will be in his jet. Got the F-14 a few weeks ago. Hated playing it. Got the A-10. It's quite good. It depends really the matchmaking that you get. Like the F-14, I don't really like playing it either. Because it's just missiles everywhere. I don't stream on YouTube for the money. I don't really make anything from the live streams, apart from when Shalunti joins. But normally, you don't really make anything streaming. It's just... I find it more relaxing. When I play War Thunder by myself, I just get really annoyed at the game. But when I'm playing on a live stream, you just don't take it as serious. You're just chilling with people. Mordecai and Jenkins. I've been alright, mate. How are you? Can I show the Swedish tech tree? I can do later on, yeah, when I get out of this game. How long have I been playing? Today I've only been playing... Excuse me. This is my second match of the day. So not long at all. In general though, I've been playing War Thunder since 2000... Well, I think like January 2013. If you've ever noticed that my name, the Old Guard, this is like when you make an account in 2013. Hunter FGA 9. Oh my god, that is painful plane to fly. I might try it next game actually. It's subsonic with really bad guns and 2 pretty terrible missiles. But I have probably a service record. Air kills. Britain. Yeah, Hunter FGA 9 used to be my go-to grinder. Because it used to be really, really good. Oh, thanks again, Slunty, for the 5 more gifted subs. Bloody hell. I don't mind playing anything. I can play anything. The F-16 is the best choice. I don't think... The F-16 is just going to be a slightly better F-5E, in my opinion. No one in particular. Oh, thank you very much for the $10. You don't make money while streaming. Not usually. Again, thank you very much for being... You're very generous. I don't expect anything. I'm just here to chill out, really. It's a more cathartic... Is it a word that... The right word, cathartic? When I play War Thunder by myself, I just get annoyed. Because War Thunder isn't really a... As you guys... I guess you guys know, War Thunder isn't exactly the best game. Or the most balanced game. Do I have any flares in this? I don't think I do. When I play by myself, I just kind of get stressed out. Yeah, I see the F1. Bloody hell. I make no illusion of being a good player, by the way. I'm not a... Oh my god, I've got myself into a jam here. Bro. This isn't good. Uh-oh. Oh, he's got defers. Oh, I can't out dodge that. Well, that didn't go well. So while I wait for Schlunty to get his kills, I think he just got killed there as we exited the game. I'll try and show the Swedish tech tree. Good idea. I always wanted to watch you play live. Not that bad. Do you think there will be a tornado interceptor? Then it's not coming this update. It is coming. It's coming in. I think it's coming in the next update after this. So the Swedish air tree, as you can see, I got these vehicles from Gaijin. They gave me permanent test drives a while ago. Got all these. I did grind most of the way through it. The helicopters, I only have the premium as well as this thing. And then the tank tree, I've got pretty much everything. They added this thing, I believe, after this. I'm not sure. I've not finished grinding out all the finished vehicles yet. Again, I got this from Guardian. That's why I've got this and not these. Well, I've got most of the vehicles in the Swedish tech tree. It's certainly one of the best tech trees in the game, especially if you're just starting. Obviously, you've got the Leopard 2A6 now, which is... German mains aren't too happy about it, but I don't really see why. You got the 122Bs. These are very good. This as well. What I'll do, Shunty, is I'll create an invite to you so I can add other viewers. That way, it's a bit easier for me. Play for free, yes. How else do I do this? It's for free, add. J8B needs a buff at 11.3. Yeah, it's a little bit weak. They could give it the PL8s. Might be a little bit strong, but Wolfie Fly. Yeah, Wolfie Fly was on yesterday. I don't know where he is today. You looked how much money you spent, bloody hell. We don't get to skip the grind. I obviously have to make videos on these vehicles. Probably the biggest grind skip I've ever done is this. Just got the Kafir and none of the rest. Obviously, I have to make a video on it and I don't get any money from Gaijin. But I did grind out all the Swedish tech tree myself. Took quite a while to do, but it is a good tech tree. Got some of the best main battle tanks in the game. These tanks as well are very good. You got like TOW2Bs. Well, they're not TOW2Bs, the Bills, aren't they? The Bofors, infantry, light and lethal, something like that. They're very good. Right. Do you want to go back to jets? I was just showing everyone the Swedish. Do we have any other good 9.7s? Actually, I said I was gonna. So you guys flying like a 9.7 or something like that? I'll take the worst jet in the bloody game, this thing. A Hawker Hunter FG9. They changed the Swedish premium new one. They changed it from the J35J to the Finnish J35XS. Is there anything different between the J and the XS? They get fleurs or something? Hey, Bubby. Have fun and play the Object 906. We can do that next, if you guys want to see some tanks. Everyone got a 9.3 or something like that. Just waiting on you to press ready. Play War Thunder for free. You guys can take a 9.7 if you want. I don't mind being up-tiered. The XS has better avionics. It's slightly heavier and gets fullers, but with a different missile. Well, I haven't seen the XS. Hopefully it's quite good. One of the downsides of the Swedish tech tree is you don't really have a good premium jet, in my opinion. J35A. It was quite good when it was introduced. It was introduced before they had like all aspect missiles and stuff. Yeah, fleurs. I don't understand why Americans bully me over that. I sound too posh if I say, like, flares. Chaff and flares. I'm not. I'm from the north of England. I'm near getting Swedish tank SGRV 74. That's another problem with Sweden. A lot of the mid-tier vehicles are a little bit mediocre. Seems to be struggling to get a match. It was an international name difference. Is it worth it to become War Thunder content creator to skip to the good vehicles? It depends really what you want. You got to make a lot of YouTube videos to actually get into the program now. They've increased it all. What do I think about being a content creator? It's got its ups and downs. It's convenient sometimes, like I can request Gaijin to give me a test drive of a vehicle. Like if I wanted to do a video on like the E100, they could give me like a 2-day test drive. $1 box. Right guys, so 9.3 isn't really working, so I'm going to go back to 9.7 or something. So just take any jet you want really. If you have a 9.7, play for free. Or anything like that. Hey Amin, thanks for stopping by. Johan, you too mate, thanks for stopping by, see you again. You saw some YouTuber say the F1C would be the best premium in the game. Was that YouTuber a certain Canadian fellow? Hey guys, welcome back. No, what's he say? Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be talking. Anyway, enough bullying people. You have a jet? I'm waiting for myself. Harrier GR1, not a problem. I will take along my... Should I take along? I'll try the Hunter still at 9.0. It's just because battery rating 9.3 is dead. You need to play like 9.7 upwards. I'm not sure how they'd add modern ship combat stuff. Like the Sea Whizzes are cool. It's basically, well, it's not like the American M63 thing, is it? It's the same kind of gun. Bad network connection. That's always what we want to see. 50% packet loss. Do I have any spicy opinions? Not that I'm willing to share. No, I don't really. My advice is to just stay away from politics, really, if you can. Because you don't have any power to change anything. I think you should focus on trying to live a good moral life rather than trying to change the world. Oh, I'm gonna get bombed here maybe. Just take a precaution. So we're in the Hawker Hunter FGA-9, which is pretty much dead now in this matter. Because we are subsonic, and we only have AIM-9Es. It could carry, the XS could carry 4 of RB24B, S, 27S. I don't really know the Swedish naming versions. I think the R24Bs are the AIM-9Bs. Hopefully it's a good plane though. The Harrier GR1 good. It would be good if they gave it flares, but because it doesn't have flares anymore, well, because it doesn't have flares in general, it's not really that meta. You can't really counter anything. And the surrounds now are quite bad really, because you have to get within like 1.5 kilometers, and at that range, kind of just an easy target. Dr. Kutchin, ask away if you got a question. Packet loss, it's basically like the server not responding, I don't think. I'm not really too sure. When you lose the 6, should I get the BIS SAR or the F4F early? The MiG-21 BIS is a lot more competitive than the F4 at the minute. The German F4F it'd be quite good if they gave it the AM9L, which it had historically, I think. But at the minute, it's not too good, to be honest. You were really into right-wing politics. Quite a lot of people are into right-wing politics in the minute. I mean, I lean more right than left, probably, but I don't see the point in getting... Oh, we can't really do anything against an A10. I'm gonna pretend he doesn't exist. Okay, well, we're gonna die here. We can't kill a AM9L. It's okay to like politics, but don't let it take over your life. I see it all the time with right-wingers and like left-wingers where it's all they talk about. It's just cringe. I can understand people want to make the world a better place, but you're just screaming into the void mostly. You aren't doing anything, just screaming at people. Not you in particular, anyone like that, but I see people in London like throwing milk on the floor at a supermarket and saying that they're changing the world. You're not. You just like the people that clean that up are working class people, probably immigrants. Like you're just making life harder for everyone else. Yeah. So point of that game was the Hunter FGA9 is pretty awful. I was going to say something swear word there, but I'll refrain. I just think it's a bad thing if politics is a big part of your life, really. Like, you shouldn't really be... You should focus on just, like, leading a fulfilling life. I hope I'm wording it in a way that doesn't go across funny. I'm not saying you shouldn't try to change things for the better, but if your identity as a person is an ideology, it's just not good. You should be focusing on succeeding in your job, in your life, instead of... You shouldn't be in a collective. You should just be yourself, really. Like, focus on improving your life rather than improving this collection, whether that be right wing or left wing. Again, I'm not qualified at all to talk about stuff like that, so... What should we play? I might have a game in the F105. What I'm trying to say is just don't allow yourself to be taken over by an ideology. Like... Like, at the minute, everyone, all like the left-wing people are really hating Elon Musk. I don't understand why, really. Like, I find him annoying sometimes, but like, he's just who he is. He shouldn't affect you that much. We all have a 10.0 or something like that. That'll do me. Shenyang F5. It's a little bit better because it's got an afterburner. You can kind of still turn fight people. But the Hunter's just dead. My spiciest opinion is probably Peter Hitchens' though, that like the UK has just been turned inside out. Everything we once stood for has just been destroyed. But it probably shouldn't go down that path on a live stream. Peter Hitchens getting blackpilled. Quite a funny meme. If you guys probably don't know who Peter Hitchens is, but he's like a British conservative who he's just depressed. He just talks about how sad he is at everything. I try my like with the radar. Not sure why I'm playing the F105. It's pretty much dead in the meta. It's just a bomb. Well, it's not a bomber really. It's a strike aircraft. It just looks cool. We enjoy making watch videos into detail. That's very interesting. Thank you very much, Mordecai. I do appreciate it. Like, I was doing a lot of reading. Like, I read a lot about the communist revolution in Russia. And it was like, oh, they're trying to make the world a better place by getting rid of all the capitalists. Then you realise they were throwing children into, like, bonfires and putting men into blast furnaces because their, like, dad was rich or something. It's just the same ideology as the Nazis, really. It's just envy. Any ideology that it focuses on removing any type of people from society should just be banned. Like the Nazis wanted to get rid of people's... What the Nazis wanted to get rid of people based on like the racial lines, whereas the communists want to get rid of people based on class lines. I just think that entire side of politics is stupid. It's just borderline genocidal. Just accept everyone for how they are, as long as they're not damaging other people. I think both sides are annoying, to be honest. I don't think people have that much of an issue with trans people. It's just the trans people that go around screaming. Like, there's a lot of gay people in the UK, and no one cares about them at all. Like, no one has any negative about them. Then you get people that, like, just go and scream at people. And it's like, people aren't against you because you're gay. They're against you just because you're an annoying person. The same way that you get conservatives saying, like, conservatives are being oppressed in America. It's like, you aren't being oppressed because you're a conservative. It's because you're just an annoying person in general. I'm going to kill myself here with those bombs, aren't I? Yeah. Damn it! I forgot to set a bomb timer. Anyway, we're not going to talk about politics. I shouldn't really do that. Yeah, we'll play some 8.6 tanks if you want. I don't know how many vehicles Place for Free has, though. That's the only thing. If anyone else wants to jump in, feel free. I think bombing tanks gives you more XP and RP. Especially if you can get a lot of tank kills. Played T-72. I think that is a 10.0 lineup, is it? On 9.7. That's the term. Yeah, we go. T-72B. I like 8.6 for Brits. Anime girl. I'm anime girl clear pilled. Never really watched anime, to be honest. You can play 9.7 Germany if you want. Oh, why am I 10.3? What's 10.3 in this lot? Oh, someone else in it. Yeah. What do I expect is going to be the second rank 8 for France? I'm not really too sure. I don't really know the French tree that well. Because France kind of jumped out of NATO and decided to go their own way. HE only. Terms worth it? I'd say it is. It's probably the best premium. One of the best premiums in the game, shall we say that. The Chinese premium as well is also pretty good. The ZTZ96, This is quite good. It just doesn't really have any lineup with it. It's only got this one tank. So, not the best, but it's still good. We all ready to go? We'll play this game, then I'll add anyone else that wants to come along. The XC8 is very good. XC8? Is that the helicopter? Or XM8? Never played World of Warships or Naval. So World of Warships is more arcadey. You've got like health bars and ships. War Thunder Naval is kind of like War Thunder tanks and planes, where every like individual thing has like its own hitbox. So your tanks can get your barrels can get destroyed and stuff like that. World of Warships is definitely more player friendly for Naval. War Thunder Naval, it's got good potential, but it's not there yet in my opinion. That's the cursed boy. I don't know what the cursed... Yes. The helicopter... Or the American Huey with like 2 30mm guns. I'm going to go HE only as everyone's asking, but I'm going to forget about this in the future. And end up getting killed. War Thunder Naval has a health bar in the form of crew percent. True, but it doesn't work the same as World of Warships. So in War Thunder, if you take a hit to like the Citadel, a large amount of your crew will die. I guess that's the same in World of Warships as well, because they do have Citadels, but... I'd say that War Thunder Naval is more realistic while still being an arcade-style shooter. Depends what you want, really. War Thunder's kind of like a hybrid between a sim and an arcade. Right. I haven't been having the best of luck with tanks lately. We also don't have thermals on this vehicle. I think I downloaded World of Warships. I think I bought the HMS. I bought a premium British ship. Can't remember which one it was. It was a rank 8 or rank 7. I remember it eventually. It's like the... Oh, it's HMS Warspite. That's what I bought. Bought HMS Warspite, played like 2 games, and then just never played it again. Because I am a Teaboo. AMX-30 Super got kill. I don't know where he was. Well, fantastic. Well, there he was. Yeah. I've not been doing too well in tanks. Play the chrysanthemum, shall we? Here again, Bubby. HE, yeah. Reject beta darts, embrace Chad HE. The dispersion in War Thunder is quite bad as well, especially on like American cruisers. Have I got eyes on my thing? Yeah, I do. Hello, I'm Chrysanthema. This tank's one of the strongest tanks the Soviets have, but it's very specific. It's got like a radar seeker, which locks on. Also has 2nd gen thermals, I believe. Guy there, it looks like. See him there moving. Oh, he is. I see you, buddy. There he is. God damn it. Possibly maybe going back to jets, boys. But yeah. If you were here for yesterday's live stream, I was saying that I haven't really been playing War Thunder that much. I've been playing mainly like... went back to Skyrim. Just for like a little bit of an adventure. But I don't know if you guys are still enjoying War Thunder or not. I don't really think there's that much going for War Thunder anymore. Like, the only reason people are coming back to the game is for the hype. Like, people are just excited for what vehicles are adding next. They're not really, like, coming back for the core mechanics of it. Take a quick look at our customization. Pinups. Got quite a few of the rare things as well. I don't know why Guardian added this. If you're over the age of 18, you may know who this is. Is a Russian film star, should we say? Not sure why they added her to War Thunder. Anyway, I'm not complaining, but quite a weird choice to pick. Also have Aqua FPS. I don't know if you guys know him. Any General Sam's fans in the chat? Bohika Rice, Bowtime Gaming. Brad Woto, don't know why I have him. He used to be PewDiePie's editor, was it? PewDiePie. Mike Goes Boom. Iron Armenian. Dieter. Andromodo. Fly. Robaz. The Classic. Russian Badger, one of my OGs. Yeah, 2 reasons why they added her. Dollar Plays as well. Gave CVS, Spit. And then back to this guy. He who shall not be named. These are really good as well. I forgot I even had these, to be honest. I don't remember that. Drone Age. This is one of my favourites, though. It's French, though, so we can't use it. Yeah, Robaz. Robaz here? Back. Remember Robaz's Skyrim videos? We had that damn walrus following him around. Yeah, Aqua the Rust guy. Aqua got boring right away. Yeah. I haven't really been watching him. He used to be quite good on Tarkov. Right. Let's get into a match. She is a guy. Who? Who's a guy? That's not a guy. Robaz here? Yeah, that walrus. I remember Robaz, he was like at the College of Winterhold, and his walrus fell off the college and like fell 1,000 feet to his death. Yeah, we'll do 11.3, shall we? Or 11.0, whatever you guys want. I'll play some China. China! The Killable Kids mod, yeah. It's going back quite a while, that. I haven't actually seen any of his new stuff. The videos I remember of Robaz was him playing Skyrim and playing Hitman. Where he just killed everyone and threw them like in a room. Ooh. Do you have any hobbies? I go to the gym sometimes. Not as much as I should go to the gym. But not really. I go shooting quite a lot in the UK, like clay shooting. Shotguns, stuff like that. If that counts as a hobby, I guess it does. So someone, I think, I think someone asked a couple of minutes ago what my favourite jet is. Probably the J7E at the minute. Got all these fat F-14s, can't take off. Might play the MiG-23 next. It's kind of like the MLA. I've got an over and under. I've got a semi-auto. I used to have a pump action. I've got two 410s. I used to have a lot of side-by-sides actually. It's like English shotguns though, so it's not like they're not made for home defense, if you know what I mean. Whereas like most Americans are like, you have like a long magazine tube with 6 in. In Britain, you can only have 3 in. Did they add all these houses? When were they there? How bloody big is Kabul? I mean, I guess it's the capital of Afghanistan. I guess it is quite big. I don't remember seeing all them. You have a musket for home defense, as the founding fathers intended. Is it that copy pasta? Tally-ho! Just as the founding fathers intended, is it, or something like that? Whereas the cannon with grape shot. I don't even know where we're going here. My rifle misses and hits the neighbour's dog. I'm resorting to go to the cannon at the top of the stairs. Tally-ho, lads! I blow the intruders to pieces, just as the founding fathers intended. It's something like that. You have a crappy guard dog. I've got a Springer Spaniel puppy. Not really a guard dog, he's very soft. He's learned how to bark. Not sure that's a learned behaviour though. He's like becoming a rebellious teenage boy, so he's just barking at everybody now. You live in New York, you have a 380 Smith & Wesson. I mean, it's a bigger handgun than I'll ever own. Did they change it now so you can have concealed carry in New York? I know the Supreme Court changed something a couple of months ago. Obviously, I don't really know anything about American gun laws. But those naughty F-14s high. Here we go. It's a Top Gun moment. He's going to end in disaster, maybe. Pretty cool screenshot, though. Go for the bayonet charge to finish the last rapscallion, yeah. I can't remember that copy pasta, but I've seen it quite a lot. I feel like we're going to get pounced on by F-14s. I'm very nervous. I think shotguns aren't bad for home defense, but I think would be crazy. Yeah. Yeah. All I know about this stuff is like when I occasionally go on K, like 4chan. And a lot of... And it depends how accurate you are, really. With an AI, you get like 30 rounds if you're using like well, not a large magazine, a standard magazine. Guess your only worry then is over penetration, but you get the same penetration with buckshot that you will with 5.56, really. So in Britain, it's not called buckshot, it's named after geese. So we have small geese, or SG. That's like kind of like buckshot, it's 9 lead balls. Then you have LG, which is large goose. So in Britain, you can't shoot geese with you can't shoot deer with shotguns, you have to use a rifle. So not really any point in having a buckshot. But you do have SGs for obviously shooting geese. If you wanted to shoot geese. I don't really do that though. You only have an old AK-47. I mean, it's still quite cool. Oh, that's a... That's the thing about the F-14. There's literally nothing you can do to counter that. I think most states have constitutional carry now. I'm not sure about that. I think New York might be a bit touchy with who carries a gun. I don't know, though. Obviously, I don't live there. Cut shells trick. I think I remember seeing that. You like take a knife and cut around it so it just fires like a lump of plastic at them. I wouldn't really want to go around New York City open carrying. I don't think that would end too well. Thinking about buying some Golden Eagles to quicken your grind. What is your best GE price ratio pack? My opinion is not really to buy GE. It's not really worth it. Especially considering how much this stuff costs. Like, I've got 84 million free XP. And I never really use this thing. It's just not a good value for money. Like, it cost you... For one Golden Eagle, you get 45 of this. So, it's just not worth it. You're probably better either using that money to buy premium. I've got less than a year left now. Or just buying yourself a good premium. Winter event will start at 20th of December. Yeah, so the event is starting next Tuesday. So the patch is coming probably Tuesday morning. But I would have thought it would come probably Monday. But from what I've seen on the Gaijin Discord, like the official Discord for CCs, it looks like it's coming probably on Tuesday morning, to be honest. They're probably going to try to do the patch and then just immediately start it. Isn't 30 rounds in an AR considered high capacity for civilian use? I don't think so. It's just the basic magazine size, isn't it? It was originally 20 rounds on like the M16 in Vietnam. Then it just went up to 30 with NATO Stanag. I don't really think... I don't understand the idea of limiting the magazine size. You can do the same damage with 10 rounds as you can do with 30. May as well just ban the gun entirely at that point. Like same as in the UK, like you can only have three rounds in a gun. So the semi-autos in Britain, you can only have 2 in the magazine and 1 in the chamber for a total of 3 shots. Where in America, a shotgun can hold like as many as you want. Like, it's not going to stop someone doing something bad. It's just so politicians can say they've tried to do something. It's understandable, but... But most of the people who buy guns aren't the people that do stuff. Like, if you spend thousands of dollars on a gun, you're not going to do something stupid and get it confiscated. Like, a lot of the gun crime in America and in the UK, they're not legally owned guns. They're just like they're smuggled into the country. So a lot of gun owners do get a bad name, really. Same way Republicans kind of like will slander all immigrants, liberals slander all gun owners. So everyone just needs to calm down a bit and just talk to each other and try to understand. Every jet is a pain in the ass as fly stock, yeah. Especially if you're going up against F-14s. No enemy F-14s, well, GG, easy win. Am I grinding the event? Not right now, because it's not started. It only starts on Tuesday the 20th. So, next Tuesday. Unless you mean, am I going to be grinding it when it starts? Then yeah, I probably will be. That's quite a good point, actually, Nero. Being able to use your universal RP to grant, like, modifications. F4 rear, F5E next. Yeah, can do. You can limit the damage shooters inflict on civilians. I guess you could make the argument that they have to reload more, but having 5 rounds in a magazine doesn't... It's still the same ammunition. I do agree, though, that there needs to be more background checks and stuff like that. Maybe if you're a young person, you have to wait a couple of... Like, you go to buy a gun, but then you have to, like, wait a week to get it. So you can't just, like, go in a fit of rage. But I'm not American. I don't know anything about this. I'm just chatting shit, really. I don't think guns should be banned. I don't think you should just be able to have them when you turn, probably 10 or something, either. But I'm not American. It's not for me to say what you do with your country. Well, I've got no fuel. What the hell? What? What's happened? I see a naughty Meg, but I've got no fuel. Trying to notch. Well, that's why the F-14 is so strong, boys. For God's sake. I mean, I can't do anything because I've got no fuel. Oh, I got him. What the hell? Here you go, boys. Okay. Well, apart from not looking at my fuel load... Anyone left alive on our squad? Modding, coping, and sieving. I wonder how military equipment is stolen and ends up in the lands of cartels. I don't think it's stolen. I think it's just given. Like, I don't think it's a secret that certain American government bodies, which are 3 letters long, have been using illicit means to make money. But we're not going to that. I'm not suicidal, for the record. Do I play DCS? I don't, because I don't really know how to set up a simulator joystick and stuff like that. In London, I don't think they really care about the law when it comes to guns, and especially knives. Well, knife... I don't think Americans understand how strict knife laws are in Britain as well. Like, you aren't allowed to carry any locking knife. So if you have like I've got what are those knives called that Americans have a lot? A Leatherman. Like a Leatherman knife where when you fold it out, it locks in. That's illegal in Britain to carry. Can't carry any knife that's just like a solid knife as well, like a Bowie knife. That's illegal to carry. Oh, sorry. I guess it makes sense in like London, but where I live in like the countryside in the north, like I carry a knife for work every day because I work in a lumber mill, so I need to cut stuff open. Like, the police would arrest me if I walked home with that knife and forgot about it. It's just a bit silly. Like, I think they should have laws for like, okay, you're going into a city, you can't carry a knife, but if you're in the countryside, and like my dad's a farmer as well, I live on a farm. Like, I have a knife for like opening bales and stuff like that. But if the police came to my house, well, if the police came to the farm, they wouldn't arrest me because they're like, okay, you've got an excuse. But say if I went into the town and forgot it was in my pocket, I could get arrested. And I think in some parts of the country, you would just go straight to prison. They just have like 0 tolerance for any type of knife. I mean, it's understandable. People don't want people carrying knives around, but I don't think you should just tar everyone or I don't think it's good to just consider everybody a criminal just because they're carrying something that could be used as a weapon. This live stream's going very hot takes tonight. Let's try and get back on the thing. Need to rework the missile system? Yes, I do agree. 3-letter agencies? Yeah, there's a lot of them in America. And they're all probably shady. The MiG-29, it got its missiles nerfed. Well, it got its missiles taken off it, the R-73s. I still think it's going to be good, though. Cheers, Shunty. Thanks for stopping by. If you're interested, you'll be open to help. Who doesn't talk about politics, but surely understands it. Why do I have a knife on me? Well, I work in like a lumber mill. So you have to cut open packs of wood to use them. And like you get splinters in your hand where you need like a knife to like get the splinter out. Lamau, why can't you get the F4J? Because I didn't unlock this thing. Guardian gave me this. Gave it me a while ago. Right, so I keep on forgetting to play. What did I say I was going to do? Phantom. Right. We're going to get bullied in this, but we'll give it a go. Yeah, in the UK you can't... So in the UK you can have a knife in your house. You just can't take it outside. Like if you went camping with like a knife, that's illegal. Even though you're just camping, because they say, well, why do you need that? There's no wild animals in Britain, so it's not like you need it for self-defense. But in the UK, if you get attacked, the thing that you're supposed to do is call the police. You're not supposed to defend yourself, really. So if someone came to attack me and I pulled out a knife and said, stay back, I'd be arrested for that. Even though he was the one with the violent intent. You can just run, yeah. You could do that, but I'm not a fast runner. You probably wouldn't be put in prison if someone was genuinely trying to attack you and you defended yourself. But it's good to be able to talk about interesting stuff. Yeah, I think you should be able to talk about pretty much everything. I just don't think you should So I think we're getting spiked here by an F-14. So we're going to try to notch him. If you're getting like a radar spike like you see here, try and get this thing at 90 degrees off of you. So either at the 3 o'clock position or the 9 o'clock position. Because he's using a pulse Doppler radar. Pulse Doppler radar works by comparing the speed of you to the ground. So if you're flying perpendicular, you are basically traveling at the same speed as the ground is. So it basically can't see you. That's why you see people turning 90 degrees onto missiles. Because the radar system that they use shouldn't be able to see you. In War Thunder though, it's a little bit glitchy and doesn't really work. So it's kind of just a 50-50 chance. Carry one of them white plastic knives. Yeah, I don't think you get arrested for that. You probably would try though. I'll play the F5E after this. If a burr attacks, what do you use? There are no burrs in the UK. So, it's not really that problem. We don't have any predators in the UK. There's no like... Well, we have predators, but we don't have anything that preys on humans. So we've got foxes and stuff like that. There's no wild boar either. So there's no real animal which will attack a human. Got a J37 coming in. I've not been paying attention here. I've just been flying around. I'll turn my radar off. He just crashed. Oh. Oh, what? Okay, well, that didn't go well. Okay, that didn't go well. Yeah, there's a lot of deer in the UK. The taller, the bigger deers are in Scotland, though, not really where I live. What the deers aren't really known for attacking humans. They usually run away. Watch your jet! Watch your jet! Are those sharp pointed aluminium pens? I've never heard of those. Deer are dangerous, especially if it's like the rutting season where they're all like pumped up on testosterone. But it's not though where I live. It's not really those types of deers. Ooh, I might wait for the cooldown on the F5E, but we want to pay 300 grand. So what plane do I have? I play the MLD. Should be the same for our friend. The mold. The MiG-23 molding. Yeah, stags are quite dangerous if they're like in the mating season where they're all like pumped up on testosterone. Are you ready, Mr. Play for Free? You've got roadmen. Not too sure what roadmen are. Keenan, or Kenan. I'm not sure on your name. I do apologise. You seen an F4 in Turkey? Yeah, they're absolutely massive. Let's go. I actually got attacked once. I was out shooting. And some guy came with... So, in the UK, there's quite a lot of poaching. Where they get, like, dogs to run after rabbits and deer. And the dogs kill them. So you don't have to have a gun. It's illegal, obviously. But it's like animal cruelty. You're ripping a deer to pieces with dogs. But I saw this guy doing it. And I told him he should put his dog on a lead and get it under control. And he fucking kicked my ass. He had a gun on me. I had a gun on me, but I obviously can't use it. So like I hid my gun before he came over. So I couldn't have shot him. So yeah, he just threw me on the floor, started kicking me, then ran off. But if I pulled out my gun then, and even threatened him with it, not even shot him, I'd have been put in prison. Oof. Area 88. That's the thing I don't understand about anime. Because you imagine it... this might be racist, but you imagine anime is like Japanese stuff. But then it's always like about jet pilots. But it's like teenage girls flying jets and stuff. I guess it's just different culture, isn't it? UK's got quite a lot of weird laws, but it is a decent place to live. It's just very stable. Like, things don't really change here, so... Like, the reason Britain is one of the biggest economies in the world, despite being quite a small country, is because it's such a stable country that you can invest money here and you're not really going to lose anything. Like, we don't have political coups, we don't really have economic crashes. There is quite a lot of like financial crime as well, but London is quite a hotbed for dodgy deals, but... Like everyone says England's bad because of the weather, but we don't have earthquakes. We don't have storms, really. It's just always average weather. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's just boring weather, but it's good because it's stable. It's never bad weather. Harrier GR7? Yeah, I can give it a go. I think I've got to play the F5E next, though. But I can play it after that. Anyone behind me? What's AI do my head in? Yeet. 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 Play the MiG-15 burst? I can do, yeah. So we've got the F5E, the Harrier GR7, and then the MiG-15 bis. That's a 3-piece. J7E behind us. Need to watch out for him. Like, the only anime that I know of is Girls and Panzer. I never watched it. I just see it. Like, people make War Thunder meme videos and put that in. In Tennessee. Is Tennessee quite cold? I always thought Tennessee was a southern state. I assumed it would be warm. No, it's quite moist, isn't it, Tennessee? Is Tennessee where Hickok 45 lives? Hickok 45 here. In the compound. Pistol sights right on. You get all 4 seasons in the south. I know that like Oregon and the northwest of America gets a lot of bad weather as well. Nanges. Hickok lives there as well. Yeah, Iraq veteran 88. Your way to play is for free, man. Thanks for stopping by. Really do appreciate it. I don't think you get snow in Georgia. That's another thing about the UK. Because we have the Gulf Stream, it never gets really like cold either. Like if you look on a map of where the UK is, we're actually like more northern than New York City. And we're more north as well than quite a lot of Russia. But we never get heavy snowfall because we're an island. We get all the warm water coming up. So if you like look at New York in the winter, it's always like really snowy. But Britain, it's a lot more temperate because we're an island. It like insulates us a bit. So we never have good weather, but we never have awful weather. You're in New York? Jesus Christ. I somehow doubt it, Jesus. Turbo Larson. Hi from Norway. Is Norway... Does it have kind of like the same weather as Iceland? I went to Iceland recently. Very nice place. I assume Norway is colder. So if you're looking at the new update, I think the F-16 is going to be like this plane, the F-5E. It's obviously got a lot more engine power. And it's going to have a little bit better turn rate. But I think it's going to fly kind of the same way. It's like a scrappy dogfighter with decent missiles. I still think the F-14 is going to be the best plane in the game, though, after the update. Like, right now, at the start of a match, those F-14s will be flying straight towards the enemy, using their radar missiles to get kills. We just can't do that in this plane. The F-16 isn't going to be able to do that. You kind of need to... I don't think the MiG-29 or the F-16 is going to be meta. At least not in the early stage of a match. How much do I do these streams? I'm going to try and do them more. Can't do it all the time, though. Gundam is the least series of those. I'm guessing you're talking about anime Gundam, not the YouTuber It's a Gundam. It's a Gundam! Is that it? The same one? That's a YouTuber that I watch sometimes. UC Gundam. I do not understand what that is. Other than it's probably an anime. Well, MiG-23 Premium going to be half off. It won't be half off at Christmas. Because they've only just introduced it. It's probably be half off in like next year. Need for why the sim isn't open on the dev server? I do not. I apologize. Probably because most people aren't playing it. That would be my guess. That's never pulling in for me. So we're gonna do... Uh-oh. Right, let's try and get our composure back. Probably need to stop trying to talk to chat while going into a merge. That guy's got R60, so we need to be a bit careful of him. Going quite slow, though. But the problem with the F5E is you've not really got great missiles at 11.0. Should be focusing on that. Oh, god damn it. Well, we got an assist anyway. SU-25K shall be the new grinder for me. It's quite a good grinder, to be honest. The SU-25 is kind of like Britain, if you've been listening to what I've been saying in the last couple of minutes. It's a good grinder because of how stable it is. It's not flashy and fancy, but it just gets the job done. Like a battle rating 9.7. Its battle rating is likely going to be increased, though. Okay. It does get the all-aspect missiles, and it's a little bit unfair, so I assume it is going to have a battle rating increase. Probably only to 10.0, though. Kind of like the A10. But I think it's still going to be a good premium, even if they do put it up. That guy's way too hot. God damn it, FGR. You heard that the F5E had AIM-9Ls in real life? It could have done, I have no idea. It really does need them. Because this point is pretty dead with just the AIM-9Js. Or whatever it has. Yeah. AIM-9Js are pretty crap now in game. In case there's anyone following me. I hope France gets something that's tier 8. I think they're just going to move the Mirage 2K up. Toastman did a sim. Yeah, he did do. I watched it. I think I left a comment on his video. But yeah, there was no cockpits available. I'm going to pull away from the airfield. I'm going to go and fight a MiG-23. The SU-25 is good in ground battles as well. So I'm not going to win this fight. I'm just going to try and dogfight for the sake of it. I'm going to avoid him. Lost control. have no missiles left, and that guy... Could Matt get a deflection here? Oh, baby! Someone clip that. Where is he? Rate fight with a MiG-23. No, that's not good. Not good at all, boys. Gonna go airborne for our last charade. One last breach. Oh well. Gave it all I could. What do I think about Steelwolf? I've spoken to quite a lot. I've not really spoke to him proper, but I consider him a fellow friend. He's a friend of the channel. I've not really spoke to him like on live streams. We've played together quite a lot though. Not really on the same team, but I'm in his Discord server and I like his content a lot. Makes very good edits. I wish I could have. I wish I could do videos like that. Really, I just don't really think I've got that spark for meme videos. Right, what was this? It said F5E, then it was it MiG-15. Play the German MiG-15. I need to unlock the Lim 5. Surprised there's no good skins for these. But if you've got any suggestions or any vehicle you want to see me playing, just feel free to leave it in the comments or in the chat. Oh, it's Harrier GR7, wasn't it? I think it was the GR7 before the MiG. I think I've got it in this one, yeah. Take our good old-fashioned AIM-9L. Very realistic. A4N, I don't have that one, I don't think. I don't really have many of the Israeli planes. Apart from the Kafir. Never get good with jet gunnery. It's more luck, really, than being good. Like, that kill then, that was just luck, really. Tiny, tiny, tiny bit of skill, maybe. Just knowing where to try and position the nose. But most of it's luck. Oh, sugar. I can do this. The Harriers are good, they just overheat really fast. Got our laser pod. Oh, it's not got one. The during Germany to service again. Yeah, I think the AIM-9... I think they should go back over a lot of the older jets in War Thunder and maybe update the weaponry a bit. I just love getting his radar spiked at the start of a match. I've not brought the guns. I forgot the guns. Ah. British Gamer. Hi, mate. How's it going? I've got a good voice for reviews and voiceovers. Thank you very much, General Grievous. I liked you in Revenge of the Sith. So, I don't know how much we're going to be able to do with just 4 AIM-9Ls. The Harrier, though, is probably one of the best ground strike planes, especially in like ground realistic battles. Because you've got a very big weapon load. Obviously 4 AIM-9Ls, as well as very high power 25mm guns. Hello there. General Kenobi. I will admit, though, I was like a kid when Revenge of the Sith came out. And the scene where General Grievous splits his arms into 4 and starts, like, getting lightsabers out his coat and, like, spinning them around. That was a real cool scene when I was a kid. You fool. Does he say something like that? Star Wars lore is a lot cooler than what they show in the film. Like, isn't General Grievous, isn't he a Mandalorian or something? Or like he's a special type of alien? Something like that. I had a discussion about this like on New Year's Eve, drunk out of my mind with a friend like years ago. He was really into Star Wars. Didn't he come from like a special planet or something like that? Do you have any tips for low tier players? Low tier naval, low tier tanks, low tier jets. Sorry. Give me a fire! Want a fire solution? Please? Oh, we got a kill. Uh-oh. I was flirring like heck. Where is he? You want some? Our elevator is non-functioning. Props and stuff. You can't really give you that many tips for props. You just have to side climb and know you're playing, really. What nation do you mainly play? Or what plane are you trying to get better with? That's probably the best thing to ask. He's part of a warrior race. Doku set him up so his shuttle will blow up so they can put cybernetics on him. In which line will the German tornado probably be added? That is a very good question. Probably here after the G91. That would be my guess. This is the attacker line. That would be my guess. It's not going to come after the East German stuff. Probably not going to come after the Su-22 either. I'm guessing here. Again, that is just a guess though. Is the GR7 good in its tier? Well, the thing with the GR7, you can take stuff like this into ground realistic. You've got 6 laser-guided bombs, 2 AIM-9Ls, a laser targeting pod with thermal imaging, and a 25mm gun. So this is a really good loadout for tank battles. I think, personally, probably that's better. So this thing's probably better for me. It's got 4. It's only got 4 of the guided bombs, but they're all, I think they're 1,000 pounders. No. Like basically 300 kilogram bombs, so they're gonna get a kill. Anyway, MiG-15 time. You fool! I've been trained in your Jedi arts by Count Dooku. You have the F-104D and the Starfighter. Any jets that really aren't really in the meta for being a fighter, I'd consider just trying to ground pound with them. I know that's not really a great tip to give. But if you're not going to get a lot of kills by actually dogfighting, then just going after ground targets is probably the best way. No, it's not the sexiest way to play a game, but for a lot of, like those F-84s, a good tactic with those planes is to take bombs with you when you spawn in, and then get like a few ground kills first. Even though you're not going to get as much RP as like getting 2 kills, you're still going to get quite a decent amount. Especially with something like the F-105 where it is a strike aircraft. Yeah, I also have a soft spot for the Vietnam attackers. Like the F-105s and the A-4Es and stuff like that. The cool jets in real life, they did a lot of help for like American troops on the ground, but In War Thunder, they're not really shown that love. It's been impossible for me to play the game anymore. You can never afford to fix any of the planes. Problem is quite a lot of people playing War Thunder is... I don't know. You kind of have to have a premium tank to make your money back. It's kind of a scummy part of Gaijin's business model. My advice would be to buy a cheap premium ship and just play naval battles a couple of times a week. Even if you don't really like naval, it's the best way to make money. You see with this plane, it gives us a 540% RP silver line modifier. The premium American ships, they give you a 1200 modifier. Even if you aren't good in naval, you still make thousands and thousands of silver lines on it. Yeah, the Moffat is a moneymaker. The other premium American ship they have is a moneymaker as well. Can't remember the name off the top of my head. Any premium destroyer is quite good though. T3944. The British aviation tree is quite good. The Harrier GR7 is probably the best jet that we get. USSR is probably... It's a good nation. I'd probably say that the United States and the Soviets are the best two air trees at the minute. The F-14 is the best plane in the game and it's probably going to stay that way. The F-16 will be nice, the MiG-29 will be nice, but I still think the F-14 is going to be the king of the skies. I think a premium vehicle is better than premium time. It depends how much you play. If you play quite a lot every day, then getting a premium time is probably better. But if you're only playing 1 or 2 times a week, I'd say maybe a premium tank or a premium plane is better. Because obviously, a premium tank earns you money every time you play it, where premium time, you buy like a week's worth and it counts down even if you're not playing. I hope that makes sense. If you play War Thunder like me though and you're playing it like pretty much every day, you're probably better with premium time. So with this MiG-15, you want to be using it like a BF-109 really. Like energy fighting. So going up and going down on top of people, forcing them to chase you. It's quite hard to play that now though with all the missiles around. Kind of have to be quite disciplined. Can't really start dogfighting. Uh-oh. The MiG-15 is probably one of the best dogfighter planes though, as it used to be. It is quite nimble. Its wings are quite large. This guy seems very passive. Quite strange. Just having a nice joyride. Doesn't seem to be fully upgraded, or he's not got his throttle to 100%. I don't know what. So in this situation, there's not much we can do. We're in exactly the same plane, obviously. Yeah, it's a good point, Aeroflip. It is a free game, so paying $40 a year. It's not too much to ask for, I guess. Just really depends on the... Like, I personally don't have an issue with paying this stuff. I like the game. I'm gonna die here, but nothing much I can do, really. Yeah. Got to go. No worries, mate. If I'm trying to grind. Any vehicles you guys like to see played? Can be plane or a tank. Or a ship if you're... actually, ships are a bit boring. %50 sales are only viable when you are established in the game. Yeah. Tu-14. Not a bomber. That was a T-14. That. Pandora event game. Should we give it a go? I don't even know what this is. Phantom? Scimitar? Give it a go. So does anyone want to tell me what this event is? Dragonfly AB99. What the heck? Oakley dokley. I did grind the Pandora event in one day. What do we even do here? What do we actually do? Controls are reversed. What the heck? I don't understand what we have to do. Oh dear. Oh, mayday, mayday, mayday. We're going down, boys. Smoke 'em, boys. Okay. So what are we supposed to do in this event? We got to kill, though. Yeah, I heard it was something to do with Avatar. Oh, that's why. Rocket activation distance set to 30. Destroy the enemy base. I just don't see why they added this. Like, what is it supposed to be? I saw somewhere that this is supposed to be like not swing wing aircraft. They were got like testing. Apparently, they're testing thingy aircraft with this. Variable sweep wings, variable rotor, tilt rotor. Sorry, so stuff like the Osprey. That's a rumor I heard. I'm not too sure if it's true or not. New Avatar movie spoof. Is there a new Avatar movie? I've not seen it in the UK. Unless it's only out in America or something. Oh. I hear about the submarine rumor. Yeah, I watched that video. It's out next week. I haven't seen any trailers for it. You'd assume it was a new movie to be like hyped up more. My enemy. Come here, Oscar. Round. Oh, diving. I see you, Tippy. Oh, run out of bullets. Subs will make battleships unplayable. I think they're just going to be their own separate thing. I don't really see how they're going to add submarines to the game. Which makes me think that they aren't going to add them. At least not in the way we think they are. Where's the enemy base, by the way? I can't remember how to fire it. Bro. Ow. You killed my rotors. Flash wings. Oof. Oof. Base destroyed. What happens if we destroy their base? Okay, well. Guess that's it. They could add sonar detection on destroyers. True. Prefer Sweden or Israel? I do prefer Sweden quite a lot. Sweden's got a lot of very good vehicles. What was I asking for? Someone asked for Scimitar. I don't have the Scimitar spaded. I don't think I've ever played the Scimitar. No, so this should be absolutely horrific to play. Give it a go though. There we go, I got a crew. No, we don't. I never even took this into a flight once. No, I've not. Well, this will be horrific. I heard that the elevator on this thing is really bad. Play the F-14. Play that next game if you want. Ah. Nice refreshing drink. So yeah, I think the update's coming next Tuesday. Quite looking forward to it. What vehicles are you guys looking forward to? Like everyone's looking forward to the MiG-29. But I don't think it's going to be that strong. Still think the F-14 is going to be king. That French jet sounds weird. That thing's actually surprisingly good as well. Sea Vixen. Looking forward to grind every single British bomber. That chunky boy. I've seen one of them in real life. They're weird as well. Oh shit. Okay. Well, press that too early. We don't need those. MiG-29 is the best. Yeah, Germany is getting a MiG-29. They're getting two actually. They're getting the event one as well as the tech tree one. Hey Spud Gun, how's it going? Glad you can make it back. Let's have a quick fly over the battlefield. So this plane has 4 Aidens, which is used to be really good, but now it's a little bit poo-poo. The guns are alright. Actually, they might be okay at this battle rating. At top tier, they're not too good because they're quite low muzzle velocity. But on the plane like this, it might actually be quite good. Because the engagement speeds aren't that great. So Stingray, Germany is getting the GR1 version of the Tornado in the tech tree. Basically just a copy and paste of the British one. But in the event that they announced today, Germany is also getting the IDS version. Which I believe is slightly different, I think. It's basically a copy and paste, but Germany is getting 2 Tornadoes. The event one gets anti-ship missiles though, which are basically just big. They're anti-ship missiles in real life, but you can use them against tanks basically. So it's basically just going to be like the G91's missiles, the Nords I think they're called. Just going to be like them, but on a Tornado. So it's gonna be, it looks pretty cool, but I'm not really looking forward to the Tornado. At least not the German one in the thingy territory. Well, our plane is a little bit worse for wear. We did get the kill though. We'll have a game in another... We'll play another jet, then come back to the Scimitar. No, I don't think Germany's getting the MiG-29 this update. I think it's just the Russians that are getting the MiG-29. The MiG-25 isn't coming to the War Thunder at the minute. For those who don't know, the MiG-25 is like a long-range air superiority fighter. It was designed to deny airspace to the American planes. Basically a big jet that goes very fast and very high and launches a massive missile. So they can't really add it to War Thunder at the minute. Because it's just not really... Like the MiG-25, I think it's the MiG-25 Foxbat, is it? I think that was its name. But the Russians modernized it and turned it into the MiG-31. You've probably seen videos of them in the recent war. They basically take off, go very high, very fast, and launch missiles. They're not exactly they're not dogfighting planes. So someone's asking for the vegan, so we'll give this a quick bash. Yeah, if you want to know more about it, it's the Tornado IDS. They did a dev blog on it. The anti-ship missiles, I think the command line of sight, MCLOS, basically just nodes where you have to use the WASD keys to guide them onto a target. I think that's what they are. Although I'm not too sure. Right, so we should be go. 30 minutes of fuel. May as well take full fuel with this thing. Yeah, MiG-25 Foxbat. Yeah, anti-ship missiles should be good for sim. The people that want the Tornado the most seem to be sim players. That's a cool camouflage. But I can see why, because it's basically a bomb truck that's supersonic. Cheers, Aeroflip. Thanks for stopping by. See you in the next one. Hope to see you soon, mate. How good are British planes at each rank? In the low tiers, British planes are quite good. Because you've got quite, engine power. You've got quite powerful engines, combined with good rates of turn. The mid tiers and the early jets, kind of the same thing. Like the Rolls-Royce, not the Rolls-Royce, the Gloucester Meteor. They're quite fast with decent turn rates. Just not the fastest in the world. So I describe like the Spitfire as kind of like a heavier Zero with a better engine. The Spitfires start as turn fighters, but then move up to energy fighters with the Griffin Spit, so... The later Spitfires, you want to play them more like BF-109s, where you don't so much as turn, but you like go vertical. They're alright though. They're not the best in the game. I'd grind America or Russia if you're starting new. No worries, Stingray. Thanks for stopping by, mate. Been good talking to you. Hope you have a good grind session. This guy's notching us. Oh, he's dead. Wait. Got a radar lock on an F-14. Gonna out F-14 the F-14 here, boys. Unless that Vigan gets a kill on him first. Yeah. Well. We tried. Can't do anything more than that, boys. F4J also has this real good radar missiles, but he's dead as well. going to be a quick game, boys. MiG-27, I believe it has the R-24s. I'm not really sure about the wing overload on the Viggen. I don't know how much it can take, so I'm not going to push it. Oh, we're dead here, boys. I do apologise. Oh! We actually managed to outturn him a little bit. We're not going fast enough to get a... Got no speed at all. Why are we falling out the sky? We've got a tiny bit of damage on our wing. God's sake, everyone's dying before I can get a shot on. MiG-25 falls apart at sea level. MiG-25 is useless at sea level. Its missiles only really work at high altitude. Kind of like an AMRAAM. Everyone says, oh, they're really advanced. But at sea level, they're not really that much different to 1960s technology. They're only really that good when they're at high altitude. Got all that thin air. I think I just might have launched at a friendly... Oh shit, I was a friend... I don't... Oh. Can't do much with a damaged wing. The MiG-25 and the MiG-31, they're good jets, but they have a very well-defined role on the battlefield. And they just can't really be added to War Thunder that easily. Because you just don't really have that. There aren't any F-15s in War Thunder yet for them to fight. I guess the MiG-25s were also designed to counter American heavy bombers as well. But there's none of them in War Thunder either. The problem is though that most planes at low altitude can't really stay supersonic for that long. Obviously the air is a lot thicker down at low altitude. There's a lot of stress on the airframe. It's not so much about the plane not being able to withstand the speed, it's more the heat that gets created when you're at so... Oh, I'm not getting any flows left. Like, the plane gets so hot when you go in that fast that it just rips everything apart. That's one of the big problems that the Americans are having now with, like, the hypersonic missiles. Like, they can make an engine that makes it go that fast, but the thing just melts at, like, Mach 8. That's, like, one of the massive bottlenecks that some of the smaller countries are finding. They can't really... Like, you can make an engine which will propel something up to that speed, but it'll just melt. Then you've got the problem of, like, all the plasma. Once anything goes over Mach 5, it compresses the air so much in front of it that it turns into plasma. And one of the properties of plasma is it basically stops anything getting in or out. So, like, the plane can't guide itself. It goes so fast that it can't receive any sort of, like, infrared light or radar. That's why they lose contact with the space shuttle for a few seconds. Because it's going that fast, it creates plasma in front of it, which, like, absorbs the radio waves or the radar, whatever they use to communicate. But if you have a hypersonic missile that's going Mach 8 all the time, it's basically impossible to guide it. That's why I like ballistic missiles like the Scud and stuff like that. Once you launch them, you can't really guide them because you physically can't give it an order. It's going that fast. That's why nuclear missiles, they usually use like stars or stuff like that for like guidance. I think anyway. I'm not a rocket engineer. Right. So what do you guys want to see me playing now? I forgot what people were requesting. Someone said Chinese. I've not seen anything about the J35 XS. Have they posted it somewhere? MiG-23 MF. We'll have a game in low tier tanks first, because Zeta was asking for it. So play the VK 3000. The dev confirmed it on the forums. I'll have a look in the official Discord, see if the plasma cone. Yeah, so basically when something's going around over Mach 5, it compresses the air in front of it. And it gets so hot, it basically forms plasma. You have three forms of objects, usually, which is solid, liquid, and gas, but there's a fourth one called plasma, which I believe is where the electrons just kind of go where they want. But it basically prevents like radar waves from passing. It basically absorbs the radar. So it means that in theory, hypersonic missiles can't be detected by radar because it absorbs the radar. I think that's how it works. And on the other hand, it means you can't add like a guidance system to it because the missile going that fast can't receive. Or maybe it's you can't have like an optical cone in the front of the missile because it's going that fast. It prevents you from seeing it. Something like that anyway. It goes so fast that it heats the air in front of the missile to the point where it becomes a plasma. Like if you see photos or like a video of the space shuttle re-entering and you see like that red glow in front of the missile, in front of the rocket, that's basically plasma. You can also make plasma if you put like a candle in a microwave. I wouldn't advise you to do that. It's not the Okay. It's got upper frontal plated by a T-34. Oh yeah, it's not a real Panther tank, this, is it? Something like that. Like I watched, if you go on, I'd YouTube it first. Someone put like, it lit like a fire in a microwave and turned it on. And you can basically see the fire just like become a ball. Like the electrons they just travel freely. I got an A in physics in high school, but I didn't do anything other than that. So, I'm not a physicist. Probably wouldn't be playing War Thunder on a live stream if I was. But yeah, it is very interesting. I do like military stuff like that. I also have a pretty keen interest in science and stuff like that as well. Okay, he's dead. I'm also not the best tank player. I just get bored and drive around. Oh, hello. Remember me, mate? I think there's a guy over here. Avenger. That's a bit scary. Oh, there's a train. M6 is brown bread. Capturing B. F-16 best plane here. Questionable. Well, not questionable. It's arguable. F-16 is going to be a very fast, very agile. Basically, it's basically a Harrier GR7, but with an afterburner. So, depending on how you want to play the vehicle, there is a guy there. Can't really get a shot though. That isn't. Uh-oh. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. Oh, come on. Opinion on the Chinese tree getting a better F-16? I assume it's quite annoying for American mains. I don't really think it's going to make a massive difference though. The F-14 is still going to be a lot better. Like obviously the F-16 can carry 6 AIM-7Fs, whereas the F-16 is only going to be able to carry 2, I believe. I think the Chinese F-16 also gets bigger Eurolon, whatever they're called. Whatever these things are called. Elevators, sorry. But yeah. The F-16s gets bigger one of those, so it should have slightly better turn rate. I don't think it's the end of the world though. America's going to get the upgraded F-16 in the future. Are you really going to try and dogfight me? I mean, I'll try it. Oh my god, we're getting outturned. And we have got a ton bomb on us. Hope we can turn. Oh, I dropped the bloody small ones. I feel like we're going to get killed here by a plane. We're not going as fast as I'd like to be going. Right, hopefully that does something. How does it always kill me? Our elevator isn't in the best of conditions, boys. What tier 7 premium is Japan getting? I think it's a premium F4 Phantom. F15 will make the play base cry. Yeah. There's no reason that they can't add the F15. As I'm guessing you guys all know, the F15 was produced before the F16. F16 was developed using a lot of the stuff they learned from the F15. What to play? Do I have the missiles for this? Try some. I've never actually flown this plane. I've not flown it in a while. Did you only get 4 cannons now? 2 cannons. Wolfie fly. And fly squadron. Tank Typhoon. I don't know who that is. Do 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 do. So wait for Wolfie Fly to come on. I've not actually flown this plane. I think I've only I've flown this plane 7 times in the past. Ground realistic. I've done ground realistic. F-16 best plane. Oh, is that your Discord name? F4EJ Kai Phantom. It's a bit higher battery rate than that Wolfie Fly. We'll play that next if you want. Right, let's try and catch up a bit on chat. MiG-29 is faster. Yeah, top speed doesn't really matter that much in realistic anymore. It's good in like the F-104s are quite fast. It doesn't really help them that much. Obviously, the MiG-29 is a lot more maneuverable, but what tech tree do you recommend after the USSR and Sweden? It depends where it's for ground or for air, really. Probably Germany, to be honest. If you're playing tanks, then Germany. If you're playing planes, then America. With all the new jets that are going to be coming out, the Americans are probably going to be the strongest nation. Actually, Wolf, if I just want to play 11-3, can't be bothered waiting all the time for these matches. Oh, don't really want a Leo 2A7. Where have I put? Oh, I've not got it, have I? It's this thing. MiG-23M. Don't have that one. Funnily enough. MiG-21 or MiG-27, what's better? Well, the MiG-27 is a ground attack aircraft, really. But I do think it does get all the same weaponry as the MiG-23. I don't think it gets the R-74s, though. Might be wrong on that. Germany's really good in terms of tanks, but top-tier German planes aren't very good. Because obviously you only get the MiG-21 base. They probably are going to get the MiG-29 in the future. I don't think they're getting it this update. What do I think about the WMA? Quite good. The Chinese 8.3 lineup is actually one of the best in the game. F-15 fills a similar role to the F-14. Yeah, pretty much. Basically just a missile truck with a good radar. The early F-15, did it still use the AIM-7M? Oh yeah, fair point. If you've already got Sweden, then Germany's probably a little bit of a waste. China's quite good, but it's only got a limited amount of tanks, really. I'd say probably America. They're not, the American tanks aren't the best, but it's a little bit of a... It's a nice change compared to Russia and Sweden. They're definitely different. Wolfie Fly is taking the... Well, Wolfie Fly has got a Phoenix headed straight for him, it looks like. I'm going to be interesting to see what Wolfie Fly is going to do. Unless they aren't going for him. Oh. Well. That was ironic. In the English language, that is what is known as irony. Anyway, we'll play the MiG-23 again when we get back to the hangar. Obviously wasn't paying attention there. Oh, Wolfie Fly's actually doing really well. I don't really understand how to counter the radar missiles. Wolfie Fly here is saying you have to notch and chaff. Good kill. Hey Tans, how's it going? I'm alright. It's going alright. Pretty cold day today. It's been snowing again. How's the job going? Yeah, can do, Mr. Green Beans. Do you know what your in-game name is? You avoid radar by flying at tree level. Yeah, it's a good idea. That's what I was trying to do in that game, but I wasn't paying attention to my RWR. How many floors do we get? 72. But they are large floors. Mixed. I already have mixed. Call me racing. Should be right. Day weekend off, so chilling, watching you, and working on a 3D print project. Cool. I always wanted to get into 3D printing, but I don't really know anything about it. You making anything cool? There's just seemed like a lot of great possibilities with 3D printing, seeing as you can make pretty much whatever you want. When's the new update coming out? Probably Tuesday. The new patch is coming. The new event starts on Tuesday, so it's got to come at least on Tuesday, if not before that. So hopefully it comes then. A very loud cooler I need to fix. You want us to play a game first before you come on? Yeah, you can 3D print guns. I've seen that in America. I went from 1.1 mil to 900k. Yeah. That's top tier War Thunder. If you want to make money though, just buy yourself one of these premiums. Either the Cowl or what's the other one? The Nox, is it? Everyone says that Naval's boring, but if you want silver lines, then that, and that, just easy money. 1,200% silver line bonus, 1,200 silver line bonus, 1,200 bonus. That's a little bit lower, only 870, but still really, really good. Again, 12 on that as well. Then you got the British ships. I don't think these are as high, only 885 there. That's 1,200, the Cadiz. That's actually, I think it's a battle class. That's not as high. My dog is now snoring. I apologise if you can hear that. Belfast quite good, now that all the battleships got moved up to 7. Everyone ready to go? Shinzo Abe died to a 3D printed gun. I don't think so. It looked like It looked like 2 pipes with a shotgun barrel in it. Like all a shotgun is just a pipe with a pin on the end. Right, let's try not to get killed by an F-14. Well, for legal reasons, I'm going to go and say don't 3D print a gun. Not that anyone of my followers would be a criminal. Obviously in Myanmar it's a little bit of a different situation with the coup and stuff, but... Hello, Mr. Hickwell. Alright, I'm gonna follow Wolfie Fly. If I die, it's Wolfie Fly's fault. Livestream. You do get asked to make some, bloody hell. I mean, if you can make money from making the, like, Star Wars blaster things, then that's really nice. I imagine there's a lot of people that want, like outfits for Comic-Con and stuff like that. I guess that's, like, the sort of thing that you're talking about, like, making replica stuff. Like, can't people 3D print, like, prosthetics for, like, people with, like, missing limbs and stuff like that? That's cool. It's a really good use of technology to help people. How to survive in London? I'm not really sure. I've not been in a while. London's not as bad as everyone says, though. Well, I don't know. It's very suspicious that it's only London that has a lot of knife crime, though, not any other city. Okay, so the Wolfie Fly tactic has worked, it seems. Uh-oh. We get a head-on lock from this guy. Doesn't seem like it. Oh, that was just mean. Getting a radar spike from the rear. F-14 there is spiking me. I'm going to assume he's trying to climb after me here. Can't see him though. I'll try and turn back in a bit. That's the problem with top tier jets. Like, the F-14 can overpower me. I can overpower pretty much everybody apart from F-14s. Like that F-4E then, the Phantom. Like, that plane used to be the most OP jet in War Thunder, but now it's pretty terrible. It's just not got a great radar anymore. In comparison to the other jets. It's just power creep. Like, every jet gets power crept every update now. It's a little hard for them to balance the game, which I suppose it's a problem when you've got so many planes in a game. But Gaijin didn't have to add all these planes. It was their choice. Pull out of that. I'm gonna go into a merge here. Try and get a missile kill here. Good flare by the guy, but he's going too slow now. That's something that I really don't like in War Thunder. I went to the trouble there of dogfighting him and getting him nice and slow. I mean, I'm not going to bitch, but I think if you see someone doing that, you should let them try and get a gun kill. I think that's a game though, boys. Right string. There's a guy. One guy left. The Goose of Kiev. Right, let's try and go back. Recently, I was asked to print a Glock. I mean, depending on what country you live in. If you live in America, then definitely don't do. I'm not really sure in America what the actual gun parts of the gun is. It's like an AR-15, it's the lower. That is the tactical gun thing. Maybe with a Glock, the actual legal gun is like the trigger or something. But it might be illegal to print a frame. I don't know. I'd double check though before you do anything like that. Just asking to get your dog shot by the DEA and the ATF. Not the DEA, yeah. ATF. Alcohol, tobacco, firearm. Is it? GG, boys. Wolfie Fly topping the team. I have 1 medium-sized resin printed and 3 regular ones. You're in Houston, Texas. You're a man of culture then. Is it Houston and Dallas which are the rich parts of Texas? Like, everyone moved to Austin, didn't they, because of Joe Rogan? But isn't that like a really, I don't want to say poor place, that's a bit inappropriate, but isn't it like a more rougher part of Texas? Austin's kind of bad. I'd like to go to Texas. It's quite mad to think that Texas is bigger than Britain, I think. The Liberals are all in Austin. We don't consider it part of our state. I think Dallas is the rich part. That's all I really know. I think in terms of countryside, I'd probably like to live in like Oregon in America. But I think Oregon's quite liberal, isn't it? Like, I don't know if you're familiar with like the YouTuber. I think he's called Paul Harris, like a gun YouTuber. I think that's his name. I think he's in Oregon or something. Like the countryside looks really, really nice there, but I think the gun laws are quite strict, and I'm not sure. And explosives, depending on who you ask. I want to really get. I want to learn electrics, me, like electrical stuff. Anyway, today at work, it's quite a well, not really funny story, but we've got like a big saw that cuts wood, and it uses like a touch screen for you to change all the settings. Anyway, this guy that I work with, he dropped something on the screen and broke it, so we couldn't turn the saw on. So our boss wasn't too happy about that. Nothing's my fault, but a bit of drama at work. My job's quite good, really. I don't get paid a lot, but it's not really. It's not stressful. It's just like quite chill. And can't really complain about it. It didn't stop our production, it stopped that saw from producing. We've got 2 of those saws, and we've got 2 other like multi-rip saws. Those saws are like band saws, like a big continuous saw blade, where the saws that I run are like, you know, like a circular saw. But I work at one of the... It's not a big company. It's not like a FTSE 100 company, but it's one of the biggest wood companies in Britain, I think. Make like really expensive oak door frames and stuff like that. Like it gets sent down to London and stuff. Yeah, the co-workers are all good. The pay is like I get paid quite a bit above minimum wage, but it's not like I can't retire now, obviously, as you'd expect, but it's good enough for me. Can't complain. Like to earn a bit more, but wouldn't everyone? That MiG-27 may not be paying attention. It's so satisfying when they stop, when they stop maneuvering because they think they're in the clear. It's like the sadistic part of you. It's like, oh, they thought they were so safe, and they just got slapped. Yeah, like I say, like I work in the trade business. Even though like Britain's a little bit of a rough spot right now in terms of the economy, like our business is still going strong. Like if you're, I don't really know about in America, but definitely in places like Australia, you should like don't try and be like a big fancy tech guy. Just learn like plumbing or be an electrician. While they're not the most fancy jobs in the world, they pay ridiculously high amounts. Like even a joiner, just like fitting kitchens or fitting doors, is mega money. You work your own hours pretty much. It's you can charge what you want, really. Yeah. And everyone's always going to want your services. Everyone always needs like electricals fitting. So it's a good trade to have. That would be my advice. If I could start again, I definitely would have gone into like electronics or welding or stuff like that. It's also really good skills to have as well, just from like a personal perspective. Like I do a little bit of woodwork in my free time. Nothing, not good enough to where I could make a trade of it or anything like that. But do like handiwork around the house. And there's something about being a man where you just like making stuff. I don't know. I don't think that's sexist to say. You don't really see that in women though. They don't really like sanding a piece of wood for 2 hours just so it's nice and smooth. I don't know. Kind of a weird man thing. Did Thingy leave or did you kick him? Something? I'm a head out. Anyway, thank you for stopping by, Mr. Green Beans. Making sure Wolfie wasn't going rogue and kicking you. Actually, I'm the squad leader. He can't kick you. Right. Just make sure you don't burn down the house, yeah. Well, I don't mess with the electronics or anything like that. But I do, I fix like the gates and stuff around the house, stuff like that. I made a wood store because we've got like a log burner. We have like a boiler as well for central heating. I don't know, do Americans have like boilers in your house? I guess you do for hot water. But, like, it blows my mind that in America, like, most houses are just made out of wood and drywall. In the UK, like, our houses are made from brick. Obviously, because it's a lot colder here. But like I was saying, I went to Iceland a couple of weeks ago, and they don't really have boilers in their houses. Because the entire country is basically one big volcano, you basically just pump hot water into the house. So, energy in Iceland is really cheap. Like, the cost of hot water is like basically nothing. So, Iceland, which is a country that's quite cold, you'd think they'd have to pay quite a lot every year to keep the house warm, but they actually pay less than Britain. Iceland's a really nice place to visit. Like I said, it is just one big volcano. Alright, where's Wolfie going? Going right. Rising German energy prices, yeah. Well, we all know who's to blame for that. It begins with M. I mean, energy prices in Britain is quite bad as well at the minute. Even though we don't get any of our gas from the country that shall not be named. Yeah, Iceland's energy is mainly geothermal. But they also pump just hot water into the house. Like a long time... Well, in my house, when we first got it, our radiators were basically linked to the fireplace. So if you set a fire in, it'd warm the house up as well. That's kind of how it works in Iceland. So the hot water goes into the radiators, which then just heats up the house. Do Americans have radiators? I don't think they do. At least in the warm places. Like, most American houses have air conditioning, but we don't have that in the UK, really. Or we don't have the big... We don't have, like, the massive... air conditioners that, like, go outside. We have, like, small ones that, like, you just plug in. But every house in Britain has, like, a radiator. But it's because Britain's quite cold, whereas... I guess in places like Maine, like the really northern parts of America, you're gonna have, like, more solid houses like in Europe. Like, it was always struck me as weird how, you go on the news and you see American houses that blown apart by tornadoes and stuff. And it's like, how does a tornado blow brick over? But then I realised it's because American houses are made of wood. I guess it's because it's a lot cheaper to build and stuff like that. You don't really need bricks in Texas because it's so warm. Obviously, European houses are built to keep energy in, where American houses are mainly built to get it out of the house, so it's cool. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about this. This is way off topic. Yeah, aren't most American air conditioners like bolted onto the outside of windows? I think. Concrete and steel. What should I fly? Thing is, I don't have a talisman on my F14. I should have bought that when it was on sale. 50% off. I do have a talisman on this, but it's really bad to play. I'll play my my silly little MiG-23. Can hope for a brick for Cade. Oh, I think we can all agree that the worst builders are probably the Chinese. Have you seen any of the videos of Chinese buildings just falling apart because they're using like 50 parts sand to 1% cement? Yeah, I think, like, everyone talks about government regulations being bad, but then you look at China where they have no government regulations on building. At least it's not enforced, really. It's like, maybe some government regulations are quite good. But yeah, there's loads of videos of like Chinese buildings like wobbling in the wind and stuff. Obviously not all of China's like that. A lot of it's probably very nice, but like a lot of countries, it's quite corrupt. I think it's worth grinding for the GR1 German jet. It depends if you like the Tornado, really. Top tier Germany does need a good close air support jet, I guess. Japanese built very still sturdy homes. I'm not really that familiar with Japanese architecture. I know Japan gets a lot of earthquakes. They're in the ring of fire, aren't they? Also quite a coincidence, but one of like the Japanese's biggest, I think it was an aircraft carrier. It was supposed to be ready for World War II, but there was an earthquake and it basically got shook out of its dry dock and they couldn't finish it, so they just scrapped it. So they, like, if that had been finished, it would have been a serious issue for the Americans. It wouldn't have made the Japanese win the war, but like a natural disaster destroyed one of the world's largest, at the time, battleships. Not battleships, an aircraft carrier, sorry. At least I think it was an aircraft carrier. Could be getting that wrong, or mixed up or something. I know there was a large Japanese ship that had to be scrapped because it basically fell over in dry dock. Am I going to be doing the winter event? I hope so, yeah. He also announced today that there's an event for enlisted as well, which is a bit annoying. I do like both games, but I can't really grind both. I also think that the 40,000 activity is quite steep. Like, I don't really want to play it that much, to be honest. Being pinged. Can we get 4 for 4, boys? No, we got 3. Got 4, boys! Oh, what a... Well, the absolute scenes. We're going to try to run away from the F4. Absolutely lethal. I mean, none of that was skill. It's all because of the missile. But it's funny to pretend that you're good at the game. That's probably the best thing about top tier. It's just purely ego building. Even though you'd have 0% of the skill. All of that was just missiles. And once again, I haven't been recording. Spud Gun, have I ever played Wolfenstein? I haven't played it, but I watched a walkthrough of it, I think. I haven't played the original, though. Castle Wolfenstein, is it? I haven't played that. I think I watched a playthrough of New Order, as well as the first 3D one. Just archive the stream. Yeah. The problem is, though, with the stream, it's not dead high quality. Like, I'm streaming now in 10K bitrate, I think. I think that's what it is. But, like, I record in 80,000 bitrate. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not really desperate for clips. Like, no one would... That's not impressive anyway, because I'm not doing anything. I'm just pressing fire button. Yeah, the Wolfenstein games have always been good. It's probably one of the games Bethesda... Excuse me, I've been drinking Coke. I'm got like burping. It's one of the games that... It's like people don't really know it's made by Bethesda. Like, people think Bethesda, they think Elder Scrolls and Fallout. Wolfenstein is Bethesda, isn't it? I'm getting that confused. Or maybe Bethesda publish it. I might be right. Hello again, Hickwell. How's it going? Which way is Wolfie Fly going this game? Is it left or right? Let's wait and see. Oh, he's going right. Oh, no, he's going left. Oh. We do it, boys. Or we do it. Time to go super fast mode. If you ever play a plane with swing wings, I'd recommend turning the ability to put it on semi-auto and then just sweeping them all the way back. It just makes your acceleration a lot faster. Getting a nice radar spike there from Wolfie. My RWR says that we are getting... Wow. It's not looking good for us on our RWR. I don't think Test 6 is going to come out for even in the time for current gen life cycle. I saw a rumor that Test 6 is like 2025. Or 2026. The update's likely to come out on Tuesday. If you've looked in the news tab, there's an event happening on the 20th of December, which is next Tuesday. Today's the 16th, obviously. So the patch has to come out before then, because all the vehicles in the event are in the patch. Rip. F-14A just caught Azerial death. Azerial. Should probably go and deal with that F-14, shouldn't we? That seems like the smart thing to do. Not sure how far... I don't know how far the R-24 will actually kill. Can't really fire now. You might not see that coming. I'm gonna watch it though. See him. Oh, it's gone for the flares. Unfortunate, but expected. Gonna have to wolf it. Let's word it. Card we do a little trolling. Put our wings on automatic. Hit Quell got him. So our team has basically been destroyed. Getting a radar spike. Well, we're getting nails from over there. Mango was gifted a membership by Schlunty. What? Schlunty back? Well, welcome to the fan club. I'm gonna hold off on a missile. Oh, his missile missed. So we've got quite a few jets behind us. You've got an enemy to your left as well. Damn it, he got killed. Oh, he didn't. Can't see him. Where? Right. So, we have... I'm gonna go high here. Take him high. If he follows us here, he's gonna be dead. Bloody camera. Uh-oh. Rutro Reggie. Okay, well, we got absolutely diddled. Where did he come from? Can we get a trap? Can we get a missile? Oh, nearly. Come on, come on, come on. No, 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 no. Come on. Come on, plane. No, close, close. No, no. I'm gonna either kill him or... Oh, it's gonna hit someone. Ah. Kind of in a death spiral. Technically, we're not dead. I mean, rapidly approaching the floor. How are the R-27s? They're quite good. Oops. Oof. Is Schlunty in the chat still? Or is that just... People are getting gift subs by Schlunty. Anyway, thank you very much, Lunty. I don't know if you're here or whether it's just lag. Hey, Emery, how's it going? Good kill there, Hickwell, in your MLD. You saved me and Schlunty then. The Tornado is coming in the German tech tree as an event vehicle. I think they are getting a tech tree one as well, though. That is my understanding. It may be wrong. Oh, yeah. Help me and Wolfie, sorry. Gosh, Schlunty's gift subbed someone then. Oh, he did it ages ago. Just come up now, though. Very strange. Strange indeed. Right. Oh, dearie me. IRST time. Do we not have IRST on this? Y1. Oh, it's 4. There we go. No problemo. No problemo, bloody hell. Yeah, so the event vehicle, Tornado, it doesn't get any of the, like Wolfie says in the chat, it doesn't get any precision guided munitions like a laser designator or anything like that. So it's not as good as the tech tree Tornado. Doesn't get a laser pod or like laser guided bombs like paveways or anything like that. It doesn't help. The IRST, it doesn't help with the missiles tracking them when you launch them. It just helps you acquire a lock initially. You're right, your IRST basically can slave your missiles to whatever you're looking at. I think it will be under the MiG-23BN. I think in the German tech tree it'll come after the GR, the G91. I think it's more likely to come after that. The Tornado is obviously a NATO vehicle, not a East German one. So I don't think it's going to come after the MiG-23. I think that's on you, that one will fit. Can have some fun with him though, if he's coming up to our altitude. Not going to be able to pull lead. You get a missile up his ass? Actually, he might be able to outturn me, yeah. Debated. We then think we'll see a Fallon Gnat. I'm not too sure what a Gnat is. Is it a French vehicle? Or is it British one? Yeah, Germany does need a good cast plane. I don't think the event vehicle is going to be too... Basically, the event Tornado is basically going to have 4 anti-ship missiles that are basically the same as the Nords on the G91. So you basically have to aim them with your own WASD keys. The German tech tree Tornado is going to get a laser designating pod. The TL'd pod, whatever it's called. But it depends what you want to do, really. If you prefer like the manually aimed weapons, then the event vehicle will be good. But mainly in top tier jets now, it's all about... it's all about standoff capabilities. Time to notch, I think. And run away. Are you gonna die? Time to run away, Mr. Cluck. There we go. Ain't no way. I mean, if you can grind out the event, it's a free tier 8 vehicle, so we can't really complain. It's also, I think it's got a really nice camouflage. If you look at the camouflage that it gets, it's like the German flag in a really nice layout. I like it. Hopefully that goes for the F4 and not our friendly behind him. That's a bit too late, mate. F4J, we should outturn him. Especially considering he's not maneuvering. Oh, bad. Hello. This is where you die. He's not paying attention. Oh, got more points than Wolfie. The MiG-23 is a nice looking plane though. Especially with its wings kind of out a little bit. I mean, in real life, it was a kind of a death trap. Well, it was until they had the gate. Well, the MLD wasn't, because the D was like when they fixed it. The plane was quite weak structurally with the early versions. The MLD was when they basically made it all a bit stronger. And made it actually be able to turn. Yeah, I wanted the F3, the fighter version as well, to be honest. That's what I thought they were going to be adding, considering everyone else is getting like F-16s and MiG-29s. But in terms of a fighter, then the Tornado is dead on arrival. Like, you can't use the Tornado. All it's got is 2 AIM-9Ls. I think the British Tornado in the fighter variant could carry 2 AIM-9Ls and 4 Sky Flashes. Which, it still wouldn't have been really strong in the meta, because Sky Flashes aren't the best in the game. But it's still a supersonic Mach 2 fighter with a good turn rate, good guns, good missiles, good radar. It would have at least been competitive. But I don't think the Tornado that they're adding is going to be that good, to be honest. So a top tip is, when there's like one person left in a game, sometimes you'll see like a red box. That's the game telling you where the last enemy is. It only happens though, I think, it's either when there's only one person left and there's only a few minutes left, or when it's just one-on-one. I don't know. But if it's like just you and someone else in the game, always check the map, because it does tell you where the enemy is. Well, it shows you which grid coordinate they're in. You get a general idea of where they were. The thing that's bad about top tier right now is the players don't last long in game. Yeah, the helicopters are really strong. So me and Wolfie are in quite good games tonight. Wolfie's tactic of running away for the first 5 minutes is actually doing quite well. It's not a War Thunder stream unless we insult Wolfie. He's a very good player though. He's also my main mod. I can't be too mean to him. Spud Gun, am I streaming tomorrow? I might try to, yeah. I'm a bit scared people are going to get sick of me streaming. I'm not really that interesting, to be honest. Wow. Whoa. Did the MiG... Yeah, does the MiG-21 BIS get any radar missiles? I know it gets the R3Rs, but they're not really that good, are they? Smell. I would have thought in real life they'd have got some upgraded missiles, but I guess not. Anyway, thank you for stopping by, Spud Gun. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. But I wish you a very happy night, Spud Gun. I will see you in the next stream, hopefully. Does the afterburner smell good? Yeah. It smells of kerosene. I think that's what they use for aviation fuel, isn't it? Kerosene? I wish the RWR as well worked better. Just doesn't look cool. They should be flashing now. Uh-oh. That's not epic. Notching really did work then. I don't really know how to counter those. Oh well. We'll watch Wolfie fly. If anyone has any tips on like how do I prevent that from happening? I'm not I don't think I was in a perfect notch then. Obviously not, because I got slapped by it. Obviously that Phoenix missile has its own radar seeker in the nose. Maybe I was notching the F-14's radar, but not the Phoenix's radar, maybe. I don't know. I mean, we've had a really good couple of last games, so we have to get Guardianed at least one of them. You've got one guy to your left, Wolfie. He doesn't seem to be going for you, but he's F4E near the base. Game's nearly over. Another win. We've been winning quite a lot of games. No thanks to me, but... Wolfie flies suspiciously targeting an enemy Mirage. Friendly Mirage, sorry. Wow. Toxic teammates, am I right? Do all games need a season pass? Missions receive. That's quite an easy task to do. I do need to get some ground strike kills. Ground and water units. Do I have any 11.3 strike aircraft? I could fly this thing. It's a bit painful. We only got it on one plane. That's annoying. Yeah, I haven't really bothered with the battle pass at all. I do have this thing. Surely this thing's quite good. Let's get R60Ms. Is it just this thing? Yeah. We'll stick with the MLD. Level 1 crew is just not looking like a great experience to me. To give that a hard pass. So, if people didn't realize the new event that's coming, they also announced like a new... Do you know there's those chests you can buy for like 10,000 silver lions? And a key for 50,000? Basically the War Thunder gambling thing. They're bringing that back. And they've got some pretty good rewards from it. I'm trying to get a little bit of gold silver lions saved up. It's not gone well. We've basically lost more than we've made today. Yeah, this plane is going to get the R60Ms in the next update. Should make it pretty overpowered. Is that guy going to crash? Doesn't seem to. Time for swing wing. Let swing wing commence. Doesn't the MiG-20... Oh yeah, it doesn't... The MiG-21 bis... Does that plane get the MiG R60Ms now? Or not? I don't think they do they? Only the bis are. What, you're in the bis are? So what missiles are you using, Wolfie? Using the R36s or the R13s? R3Ss, sorry. You're using the all aspects now. Right. All MiGs get R60M next patch? Yeah. Might add a new top tier MBT for Russia. I doubt it. There's not really anything for them to add. Apart from maybe the T90M. But Russia doesn't really need a new top tier vehicle, to be honest. Not exactly weak. They really need to start adding new vehicles for like Britain, Japan, stuff like that. Good kill, Wolfie. Saving my bacon again. Don't know what happened to my missile. Hello, Thez. Welcome, greetings from the United Kingdom. Czechia. I'm doing very well, Fez. How about yourself? Quite cold here in UK at the minute. I think it's like -7 today or something like that. Well, -7 now outside. But it's been like... It's been quite cold all through the day as well. Like just... Like we got snow last Saturday and it's basically never melted. Because it's just stayed so cold. Mr. Stark, I don't feel too good. What's he doing? Ooh. Come on, Wolfie, don't miss now. Look at this high AOA. Can we steal it from Wolfie? Oh shit. Well, that was a kill steal. That was a kill steal, but we'll pretend that didn't happen. Can't do those fancy high airways. Hoping they're going to add the F11 aardvark. Problem with the jets like the F111 is it's got a lot of electric countermeasures and stuff like that. Same with like planes like the B-52. Like they could add planes like that, they just have to make the electronic countermeasures work first. Hey Blue Space, how's it going from Croatia? Heard Croatia is a beautiful country. Like the countryside. I've never been though, really. I've never been to... I've been to France, I've been to Germany. Been to Iceland. Been to Spain, technically, I guess. That is pretty much it. Not been anywhere else. How was a movie, Fez? I didn't even know there was an Avatar sequel coming out. B-58 Hustler. Can't remember what that plane is. Is that like the Delta Wing thing? One with like 4 engines on it, something like that. Is that the one I'm remembering correctly? Milo Diesel, thanks for stopping by, mate. Glad you could catch the stream. Used to be stationed down in Cornwall. You F-15? Or were you just on space? Or was it pre-F-15? I think the F-15 was it 1972 or 3 or something like that. It was early 1970s. I think the F-16 was 78, something like that. It's crazy how old all the airframes are. Like the biggest problem with the American Air Force right now is the age of the airframes is quite old. Like they've paid a lot of money, obviously, to like have them maintained, but you can only do like a certain amount of hours on an airframe, as the A-10s are currently finding out, which isn't really a problem for like everyday patrols and stuff, but in a war zone, you don't really want to be. Oh. Funny how the F-15 came out due to the MiG-25. It's a funny story, that, isn't it? a Russian pilot landed his MiG-25 in Japan. And then like the CIA came and jumped all over it for like an hour. But they had to give it back to Russia or something. But yeah. The Americans were really scared of the MiG-25, weren't they? Like really, really terrified of it. And they found out that it was kind of just a little... it wasn't everything it was living up to be. It's kind of like that with all of the Soviet vehicles now, as we're finding out. They just aren't... I don't really want to get dragged into a discussion about the war. But can you imagine how the Russians would be doing now if they had NATO air power to deal with as well? Like, just imagine. Thousands of 4th and 5th gen jets every day bombing the shit out of you. And then still having to deal with infantry and tanks. Oh. I wasn't paying attention. Where are we getting spiked? Off hour, 10 o'clock. Getting spiked everywhere. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Can't see because of the bloody clouds. Like, the Ukrainians are fighting well, but they're certainly not NATO. But... also annoys me as well that there was a video yesterday of an F-35 crashing. And everyone was saying like, ha ha ha, so much for a $80 million jet. It's like... one crash doesn't mean an entire concept of jets is stupid. Thing is though, the guy crashed the F-35. We don't know whether it was pilot error. It looked to me like on the video that the fan in the front of the F-35 just cut out or something. The nose dipped quite a lot. But the plane crashed, but he lived, he ejected and he didn't die. So you can look at that in several ways. The jet's been designed safely. Like there's no point getting jets and then just not flying them. I'd rather they fly jets and crash them every once in a while. Like buying a car but then never driving it out of fear it might get damaged. What's the point? Obviously it's a lot of money, but you have to have pilots that are trained to fly them. You can't train on a simulator. People as well, like the F-35, oh, it's not fast. It's like, it's not supposed to be, though. It's a heavily sensor-built plane. Like the 5th generation of jets, they aren't really about speed or maneuverability. They're just all sensors. So this is like where I nerd out. Like most American planes now don't really need to be anything because it's all data linked. You have one AWACS up, which can coordinate all the missiles in the air. So you need an F-35, which is stealthy, to fly into an area, launch its missiles. It then runs away, and the AWACS can guide the missiles onto the target for it. So all you need to do is get close enough to the battlefield to launch. And then the AWACS does all the rest of the work. Really, the Americans could upgrade the engines in the B-1 Lancers. Give them like a decent ISA radar. And just fill the bomb bay with AIM-120s or AIM-260s. And just launch them like a bomb over the Pacific. That's just my... Do you think the Americans are looking to... well... The B-1 Lancer with upgraded engines and a good radar, with its bomb bay just full of air-to-air missiles. Because it's fast, it's high altitude, it's relatively stealthy. F-35 is still supersonic. I think the F-35... I'm not sure it can go supersonic because it's the ram coating on it like gets eroded off it. I think it can physically go supersonic, maybe. But I don't think it's rated to. It doesn't really need to, really. Because the Americans have been developing their AIM-260. It's basically an advanced air-to-air missile. Basically consists of two different parts. You have the rocket motor, and then once the rocket has depleted all of its fuel, basically the head of the missile splits off. So it basically gets rid of all the dead weight and just travels as a small, like, explosive bomb. So it should give the Americans an advantage in terms of range. I can see why, though. I think the F-18s are a little bit out of date now. Especially in the Pacific, where you do need... Like, in the Pacific theater, which is... America is shaping its doctrine to fight China. You can't deny that, really. I don't really know why they aren't getting, like, a very... Like, the F-14 is good because it can go high and fast and launch a missile a long way. The F-18... I'm not an expert in aviation. Yeah, the front lift fan looked like it just collapsed. Well, not collapsed, but, you know, it looked like it just cut out. Lift. How did I get killed by an F-5C? That's embarrassing. So the B and the C are restricted. I thought they were restricted because the ram coating got melted if it went supersonic. I guess I was just wrong. I know that the Americans have been developing a new, like, stealth coating for the planes. I think it got tested at the American, the Area 51. That's what Area 51 is for, by the way. It's not for aliens. It's just for testing advanced planes. It says they've got no planes available for aerialistic battles. That's not epic. Started saying epic, ironically, and now I just can't stop. Looks like we're joining the F-14 train. Shouldn't be crew lock because I got shot down. Yeah, the F-14 was really expensive. But oh. So you're not in the game? Oh, yeah, you are in the MLD. Oh, buddy, fuel again. You want the F5C in the Christmas sales? It'll probably start on like the 22nd. Or the 23rd, maybe, I don't know. Also, if you ever take the wrong loadout in the start of a match, if you just leave the plane without moving, you can spawn back in. Like, I was reading a story about Area 51, and there was pilots saying about how they usually scare people that are, like, snooping around at night. They'll, like, fly really low, and then pull vertical and put their afterburners on. It kind of looks like a spaceship in the dark. But obviously, it's just an F-18 or something going vertical. But it's quite a funny story. Okay, so 20 minutes of fuel on the 23. Now we don't have the sheer performance of the MLD with this plane. It's a little bit heavier. Sarko's a paid actor. I mean, could be. The only thing is I don't have any chaff, which is a big oof. I've got to take it. We are being radar spiked. See, we notched that missile. See, it exploded after it lost track. Also, whoever made this skin, I don't think the F-14 was ever used by the Marine Corps. Uh-oh, that's not good. I notched your missile, good man. Okay, well, I didn't notch that. Fair enough. Oh, this kill got stolen. Oof. Yeah, I'm not a VTuber. My profile picture is after my dog. Where Wolfie? Wolfie dead? Sarko, can you give me tips for RB for Italy low tier? 3-3. The fuel consumption of the MiG-29 was a lot though. Didn't it only have like 40 minutes of flying time or something stupid like that? I think it must have been more than that. The MiG-29 is basically the Cold War equivalent of the Spitfire though. It was designed to take off, fire its missiles and then come into land again. MiG-27M is good for RB. It's better for ground. It's better for ground realistic battles. You get the R27s. I don't think you do on this plane. So the only thing that you don't get on the MLD, you get these things. The big boys R24s. On the 23, you get these laser guided bombs. So it's good for bombing tanks and stuff like that. Not so good for... It depends what you want to do, really. You do have the good meme gun, the 30mm cannon. But it's not really that good in top tier air battles. Now that might sound stupid because it's a 30mm gun, but most matches are decided by missiles now, not by guns, so... It's not the... It's really good for ground battles, for close air support. SU-27, yeah. SU-27, it's just a larger MiG-29, basically. They got the MiG-29 and basically just stretched it a little bit. Obviously made by different companies, but... They kind of look... You can see the Russian design kind of just... They made the MiG-29 and said, yes, this is a good concept, it works. Probably going to stream for about another 20 minutes or so, Wolfie, and for the rest of you guys. I've been streaming now for 3.5 hours. Pretty tired. I started this stream trying to play premiums to earn some money, and I've just never lost money. But I've had fun though, which is more than I can say for most War Thunder matches, or most War Thunder sessions. Yeah, in Germany, isn't it like 1:45? Should I use the R-23T or the Rs? I'd use the Ts just because they're IR missiles. The radar on the MiG-23MF, it's not going to compete with like the F-14s. You better just firing the R-23s and then just the R-23T, sorry. You better just firing them and then running away. The hard part for Gaijin is when the MiG-29 came in, the F-16C with AMRAAMs are already around. I thought the AMRAAMs were only created in 1991. I don't think that's correct, Aeroflip, is it? I thought the MiG-29 was... When was the MiG-29? I'm sure that was like the 80s, wasn't it? I think the AMRAAM only entered service in 1991, didn't it? I think the F-16s had the AIM-7Ms. I'm not sure though. Could be wrong. There you are. Oh yeah, the Sparrow, the Phoenixes aren't that bad to thingy. Opens War Thunder Day ruined. Hey, thanks for stopping by anyway. But yeah, the IR guided missiles are probably better than the radar guided. At least on the Soviet vehicles, because the radars are never going to compete with the NATO planes. Nice surprise gift for him. I think it's going to catch him though. Or is it? Oh well, rip. Yeah, it's 10 to 12 in the UK. We're probably going to be going to bed in 10 minutes or so. Don't know if I stole that guy's kill or not. I mean, he was running away. Best way to make silver lines in the game, premium ships. No, people don't really like ships, but if you really want to make silver lines quickly, then buy like the USS Moffat. It's only like $10, and it is by far the easiest way to make silver lines. Not even close. I'd say premium ships are easier than bombers. Can't get a radar IR lot. Fact 2. That F-14 isn't paying attention. Ha 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 ha. Oh. Shiver me timbers. Gonna go up here. Careful, Wolfie. He's on your... No, he's not. F4J behind us. Want to put our wings out here and come off the burner. Attack formations. That guy. Please, I just want an... Oh shit, I wasn't paying attention at all to that guy. Spill up the old missiles, boys. Uh-oh, Wolfie's down. Oh, we've got good reaction times. Oh, that was a bad launch. I can't. Ah! Why is he air braking with his afterburner on? Oh, I'm gonna kill Steel here. Oh, dearie me. Hot diggity damn. Oh. Rip. It's a sad sight to see. One guy left, Scorcher. I think he's a Harrier. May as well go back to our base. Even though the game will end, but... Match. Is there a place in England where they still talk like pirates? I'm looking for a pirate wife. Maybe somewhere like Gloucester. You touch my turnips. That's kind of like a Gloucester accent. Type in Gloucester. No, Somerset, actually. Might be Somerset. Somerset. Somerset accent. You touch my turnips. On the tratter. Yeah, Gloucester. Yeah, Gloucester accent. I'm from a place called Lancashire. It is in the northwest of England. Near Manchester. $30, $40, butter, butter, butter. Let's watch this landing. Give it the old wiggle. Brakes don't seem to work on Russian jets. Like a boss. Now kiss. Touch noses. I know it, you just don't sound bad. Most from the north do. Bath. If you're posh, you say Bath. I'm from Bath. I'm from Lancashire. Now Kif. Good old Mike Tyson memes at midnight. Naval's dead right now. It's not dead at battle rating 4.7. If you just play the destroyers, it's quite populated. Mainly because there's so much Moffat spam. We're going to lose this match if we don't kill this Harrier. We were grinding Silverline, but then we kind of just decided it's easier just to play top tier. Kind of been playing the MiG-23 MLD for like the last 2 hours for some reason. Yeah, so if you're playing the American destroyers, use the high explosive shells. That seems to be the meta now. It used to be the semi-armor piercing shells, the sap. It's called We Do a Little Memeing. Why I'm not getting a radar lock game. Can't floor an aim now from the back. Oh my god, that was terrible. How much silver line have I got in this session? Nothing. I've lost money. Oh, he's gonna win. Wow, that is the jammiest win ever. That guy's really pissed off. Jay out. Hey, Mr. Green Beans, we're probably just gonna have one more game and go off, so we're just gonna jump straight into it. 19k XP though. We've unlocked basically this plane tonight. Are you on? I think you're on yet. Yeah, we're just having one more game, so I'll probably be on tomorrow though. Yeah, it's midnight now where I am. But yeah, thanks for stopping by before though. Now, Kith. Oh, I'm getting tired. Well, I've had fun tonight. Probably the best War Thunder session I've had in a while. A long time, actually. Oh, set full fuel tanks, Wolfie. What missiles do I think the J-35 XS will get? Well, I'm hoping at least AIM-9Js. Hopefully better. And we should just go straight towards the enemies here. Gonna flex on these guys with tricolor. Also kind of looks like the toothpaste brand. Can't remember which toothpaste brand though. What do you think about all the guys using bots to grind silver lions? I'm not aware of any bots being used to grind silver lions. I didn't even know that was a thing. Wolfie. Yeah, Colgate, that's what I was thinking about. Looks like Colgate toothpaste. Uh oh, that's not good. Not going for me though. But don't really want to be going anywhere near a Harrier. No. No. My name is Mr. Notch. You want to play the game, F4J? You aren't going to outturn me. Okay, I might have... Okay. Good kill. Those flares are so effective on the Harrier. You even see him. Let's extinguish the fire, guys. That'll help. There's a possibility the J35XS will get R13M. I mean, I hope it does. The R13Ms are quite good. I think they've got 20 Gs of overload. I'm not sure how many it'll get to carry. Hopefully at least 4. I have one last game, Wolfie. You tired? I'll call it there then. Right, boys. Thank you very much for stopping by today. We've been playing for nearly 4 hours. I don't think anyone... One more's fine. Okay, then. I'm going to play the Mirage. An absolutely over-the-top camouflage. One last time to win the night. But yeah. I'm pretty tired now, as you can probably tell. I've not been speaking that much. Just to run out of steam. Get up early tomorrow. Go for a Mackey's, I think. And then go, I think I'm going out with my dad. Got 90 countermeasures on the Mirage, though. Yeah, it's 1 in the morning for Wolfie. Midnight for me. A little bit over the top, this camouflage, I will admit. I like how the afterburner is also blue. Going right. $6 PM in Texas. 12 hours behind then. How do I get all those kills? You don't want to be the first person to be seen in a game. What me and Wolfie are doing is, well, I'm copying him. We're just climbing to the side of the map, letting our team go in there first, and then going in. But you can see here, we're getting locked up by an F-14. So you basically, if an F-14 is over there, basically want to be, is it perpendicular to him? You want to notch his missile, basically. So you see he's directly to the left or right of me. It basically means his radar can't track you anymore. Not getting a launch. Don't see a launch. Oh, there I do. Wolfie is closing in on him. I do have a radar missile of myself, though. Time to notch him. Mr. F4E. You are making a mistake. Though we are getting pinged ourselves here. Ufarino. So then he was tracking us with a radar missile. But we notched him like what we did then. Turned 90 degrees onto him. And chaffed. Who the shit is radar locking me? You can see here we're turning 90 degrees on. Popping flare. Popping flare, sorry. Switching to our... I don't have an ace crew on this plane. How is he out-turning? Could do with some help. I think he's got better sustained energy than me. I mean, that would have been embarrassing not to get that kill. Time to ping him. I fired a Fox 1 at him, Wolfie. I just lost the track. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm notching that F-14. Oh shit, I'd have been... Uh-oh. Okay, well, that didn't go well. Pretend that didn't happen. Yeah, the skin is a little, it's a little out there. Oh. Fleur. Yamato Damashi. Oh, a kill from beyond the grave. Can't see him. There he is. Come on. Oh, almost. Oh, he stalled. What happened then, Wolfie? Not quite sure what happened there. Average British pilot. I had a real good game then. Got 2 kills. And I notched every missile that got fired at me. I mean, the ending wasn't great. We flew into a fucking tree. But apart from that, it was a good game. The entire plane was destroyed. Anyway, just paid another 15,000 silver lines for me smacking my head into a tree. Anyway, boys, thank you very much for stopping by today. Me and Wolfie are both tired. I'll play tomorrow with Mr. Green Beans if you want to come on again. As well as Wolfie and Shunty if he turns up. Tans as well if you want. But anyway, boys, I'm heading off to bed. I hope you all have a great weekend. I know that guy. Which one? Shunty? He's in BOFSS. What is BOFSS? BOFSS. Oh, Green Bean. Anyway, lads, thank you very much for stopping by. Good stream, had some good games. Yeah. See you later, US Navigator or NVG, Night Vision Goggles. Thanks again, lads. Thanks for all the support. I'll see you next time.